Hello, hello, and welcome to the stream, Leif and Jess, and anyone else who might be out there lurking in the background. I am the Chris who plays games, playing retro games every Monday at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and whatever I feel like every Friday at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to the crowd, to the scene, to the show. Hello, hello, hello. This week has been an exciting week in the land of politics. It's been an exciting week in the land of testing and software and everything else like that. For me, hello, David Villalta. Welcome to the stream, and an exciting week in the land of playing some games. So I played some Perfect Dark earlier this week. I got a chance to play golf a couple times with Brad this week, and in theory, I now have faster internet that maybe is more reliable. I'm not entirely sure that my Comcast Business Class Internet installation actually installed Comcast Business Class Internet, but that's an entirely other story that we'll get in later into the evening. I've got a whole bunch of things that we can talk about tonight. We can talk politics, we can talk about the latest game that I learned exists, or the latest sport I've learned exists, which is tag. But since we're playing a parkour game, of course it's parkour tag. YouTube has just released the ability to block all comments with links in them. Funding was approved for Trump's border wall at $17.5 million per mile, so you know we're doing really good there on saving money and everything else we need to do. So let's hop right into the game, and we'll just pick it up from there. So this week earlier today we learned that Sean Spicer, Spicy himself, is on the outs. He's no longer going to be acting as press secretary for the Donald Trump White House. And so that is an exciting and significant development, unfortunately, because Sean Spicer was really terrible at the job he was doing. Originally, he was supposed to be the communications director for the White House, the person who kind of sets the message and tone. He was never really a good pick at all for a press secretary position, but that was still the role they had him in, and so to have him change from that means that the administration may actually start being more competent in this regard, which is kind of bad. I don't know what to do now. Maybe I can't do anything there. All right, let's go up here. Hello, Airbending Eagle. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. You'll miss Spicy? I mean, I will miss Spicy as well. And I think SNL will miss Spicy. The new guy that they've got doing communications director stuff is definitely a smooth talker. So Harvard law student and everything else like that. What the fuck? Who is punching me? What's going on? Alright, that did not work super well. Hello, this guy's falling. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the stream, everybody. But yeah, so Spicer is out. Anthony Scaramucci, when you do the fandango, thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me, Galileo. So I did not realize that Scaramucci is the French version of the Italian Scaramucci, which is Anthony's last name. So, okay, we got some guys here. What the hell? Who is like... Oh, they've got tasers. Okay, they're hitting me with tasers. Alright, good to know. Hello, Jess. I said hi to Jess. Yeah, the idea that you can get banned from the red pill for being too much of an asshole, I do agree, is a little bit surprising. Boomer, good to see you. My head has not exploded. It's true. Today was a bit rough. Like, the interview with Donald Trump in the New York Times, the news about Spicer and Scaramucci and everything going on. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity. Okay, so what do I gotta do here? I can't get over that. Oh, I can go this way. Alright, cool. That was my problem. I was running directly to the bad guys rather than the way I'm supposed to go. Alright, let's jump onto this thing. Excellent.
You by the tracks, hitch a ride, girl.
By the tracks, hitch a ride, girl. Well, I will do what I can. Hooah!
Nice work.
That did not seem like it would have worked.
On the network about Icarus. Warn the other runners.
Do it. I'm going after that guy.
Don't tase me, bro. Alright, we're running after this guy. Parkour CPG is here, that's right. Hua! Ya! Hua! You can see all my parkour skills. I was doing a little bit of parkour as I was running to the subway the other day because I told Mrs. CPG I would be home, and I wasn't home, and so I was like, uh-oh, I need to move fast, and so I did. That was dumb. I am playing a female parkour artist. I don't know if she's doing the Maze Runner in particular, but she is working against an authoritarian government. The cops want to kill me, basically, and so I'm chasing after some guy who I think has information. I don't know, it's a little bit unclear to me, but I'm parkouring my way to success. Alright, let's get up here. You thought it was a dude? No, no, no. Well, I don't even remember her name, but no, she's not a dude. There we go. Oh, fuck! God damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! You found a site that sells ecstasy on the web. I mean, that doesn't seem like it's all that surprising. The web is full of things. It's hard to police and has lots of people, so... Alright. That was not ideal, but I think I can probably get down from here, maybe? Alright. That was not great. Hardcore parkour! That's right, Boomer. You got it in one. 1, 2, 3. Alright, here we go. The dark net, the deep web. We're going to the deep web. Alright. So I can't go up that. I got a truck here. Do I have like are there keys to this truck? No, it doesn't look like I can get in the truck. Alright. So yeah, it has definitely been an interesting last few days. Yesterday, my favorite Twitter pundit, Alexander Aaron, did an in-depth review of the Trump interview with the New York Times, and really, you know, kind of went into it. And she's been a really interesting person to read, trying to parse Trump statements. I think one of the things I disagree with her on is the idea that Trump has any idea how health insurance works. I think that he clearly does not. His comment on the idea that you pay $12 a year until you're 70 for health insurance, I'm 90% sure that he is talking about life insurance and doesn't realize there's a difference, rather than this being some kind of, you know, more imagery based or something else like that. Fuck. I didn't even do my roll. Okay, what do we got here? I got nothing up this wall. Oh wait, I can press Alt and it'll lead me in the right direction. Oops, I pushed the slow mode button. Damn it. Okay. So Alt says that I should be running in this way. So maybe on the other side of this building. Okay, so this is leading me towards where the truck is. So I guess maybe I jump on top of the truck? Oh, I got in the truck. Okay.
What the hell is in this boat anyway?
That's not a boat.
No idea. Could be munitions, I guess. Might be to do with this Project Icarus. Look, head straight for the deck if that's where you saw this guy. Once you found your killer, get some answers and get out fast. Lots of blue traffic in the area, so get ready for a fight.
Get ready for a fight. All right. Get your ammunition from the dark net. Can't you just buy ammunition on the normal net? I don't feel like you really need to go to the dark net for that, do you? I mean, it's not like ammunition is illegal. I know that you've got some weird guns that you can't really get ammunition for easily, but I don't know. What do I know about guns? I think they should all be banned. Actually, no, I believe they should all be given to Van Helsing. But then someone's going to rob your truck again, and it's just going to be trouble, so. Alright. What do I got going on here? Why? I want to... Come on, open up. Oh, that's bad. Ow! Fuck! Preston! Good to see you! Yeah, so YouTube's big feature announcement today, of course, was releasing the ability to block all comments with links in them from your chat to automatically mark them as spam. A useful feature if I've ever heard one. How do I pick this gun up? Is there a way? I don't remember. Come on, grab the gun. God damn it. Yeah, links for child porn is definitely a thing to avoid. I definitely think that's a smart move. Okay, how do I pick up a gun? Right click. Thank you very much, Juice. I played this last week and I've like totally forgotten all the buttons clearly. Open. Alright. There we go. I felt like in this particular room what I want. Oh no! Out of ammo. Alright, here we go. Ouch! That was dumb. Alright, cool. Yeah, so I don't know if it will include moderator comments. I mean, so this is only for comments, not live chat. So I don't think it will have any impact on live chat, which has effectively already implemented this feature. So in live chat, obviously, only moderators can send links, and I think that's because for live chat, we were already super worried about the idea of spam because we don't have as much of the normal, like, comment spam prevention tools in place. And obviously there's a lot, like, you can't remove things right away during a live stream. So during a live stream, like, everyone's going to be there seeing it at the time, and that means that the risks from screwing it up are higher. So I think that live chat always took the more conservative approach of blocking links to begin with, except for approved users. So this is kind of bringing that same level of functionality directly to comments as well. Alright, get rid of that. Grab this instead. I will take that. Ha ha ha! Look at this gun! I love this gun! Alright, where's the bad guys? Oh, am I not even gonna get to use it? I don't seem to have anyone chasing me at the moment, so... He's got like a bazooka or something. Oh no, it's like a long-range weapon. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Screw it! Run! Faith, that's her name. I think Faith is her name. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, shit! That's not good. Fuck. Oi, oi, oi! Okay, yep, that did not go so well. Whew. You only shoot at FedEx trunks parked in front of your house. Do you have FedEx in China, Brad? That's weird. I don't, like, it feels like a thing that wouldn't be in China. I don't know why. Oh wow, it is like it's a shotgun, that's what it is. Automatic shotgun. Come on, like seriously? That totally went right at him. Whatever, get out of here. Upsie baby, oopsie mazzy, upsie daisy. Oh, okay. That sounds like a good Florida man story. Yeah, so one of the things that's interesting about China is that a lot of, like, what you can do as a business in China basically just comes down to, like, are you paying the right person a bribe? So, like, in the US, there's basically this idea that there's laws, and you can read the laws, and if the law says is that it's legal, then you'll be able to do that. In China, apparently that doesn't work quite the same way. Did I just, like, go around in a circle back to the exact same spot? No. Okay. That's like, that would kind of suck. Alright. Oh. I was like, where's that gun shooting from? Alright. By the way, thank you very much, Juice, for the help in figuring out how to pick up guns again. I'm just not that smart. There we go. Turn the handle. There we go. Yeah, well, it's not just that China can be corrupt, it's that it's the default way it's done. So it basically just comes down to, like, if you're a US-based company, you have to have some kind of presence in China. And so when we were trying to do something at Nokia at one point, the guy was like, okay, here's the situation. It doesn't matter what the law says. Nothing else matters. All that matters is, like, does China hate me enough that they're going to, like, throw me in jail for whatever we're doing? So please convince me why we are... why I am not going to go to jail over this. Like, you want to use maps data. China doesn't like having people use maps data. Why is this not going to have me sent to jail? And we were like, oh, we'll get back to you on that. Like, because it's all about, you know, it's not about the law. It's not about the rules. It's just about whatever the Chinese government feels like at the time. So, hello, Norian. How is it going? I am Peachy Keen. They did ban Winnie the Pooh. I thought that was a hilarious story. I realized that that's not how Chinese people would probably look, or, you know, many people would look at it, but it's funny. Shit. Let's go back.
Try and find a way off that level before reinforcements show up, Fate. There's got to be some way.
I'm working on it, okay? I feel like I gotta jump on that thing, but then the other thing is in the other direction. Do I have to make it to that far thing? I think I have to make it to that far thing. Okay, so climb up the pipe. Upsy poppy. Oh, bother. That's right. Oh, he was unbanned. I didn't hear he was unbanned. Okay. Yeah, I love that they, like, the random, like, shit gets blocked whenever they feel like it, you know, approach to how China decides to do things. Like, oh yeah, CNN just doesn't work today because they published an article that was insufficiently praising of, you know, the country of China, and therefore they're on the shit list today. God damn it, I don't know if I can make that. Is there, like, another thing I'm missing? I feel like I've got to go across, climb onto that thing, and then swing across, but I just tried to jump. And one of the things I learned last time is basically, like, it's better for you to make jumps right away, so... Your opioids? He probably meant opinions. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not... I'm pretty sure that Jose is not a huge opioid addict, but it's possible. I mean, I do know that there is a large opioid epidemic in many places in the country, so, you know, you never know. Alright. Yeah, well, all the rules are vague, because the rules just basically come down to what do we feel like banning this week. Okay, that did not go super well, but I guess it worked. Not really sure what I did differently that time. And up! I did it! See? I'm smart. Okay, now we slide down. Nothing over here.
He's got a runner in your area. Says they reported a lot of activity on that boat, but he's seen what he thinks is your guy on the top deck.
Top deck. Oh, I gotta get up there. Okay. So there we go. Can I get up? No. There's something else to grab onto. Fan of opioids? I mean, being a fan of opioids shouldn't rule you out from being a juror, I wouldn't think. I don't know. So I see this red thing, but I don't see another red thing. Oh. Okay. Okay, it's not that. Not that way. He loves celery. Appio? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Ah. No! Damn it! Okay. So there is a oh, I have to go around there, I bet. Alright. So... go around this corner. What's the preferred way to spice up salary? I mean, I use my Spice Weasel for that. Kicking it up a notch. Bam! Welcome back. Fuck. Okay, so there's another red thing over there somewhere? I saw it. I'm really confused by this room. It does not seem to be offering me a lot of hints as to where to go. Oops. There we go. Celery and hummus. Alright. I like that I try to use the, like, look where I should go, and it just, like, knocks me off of my handhold. Thanks. Great. That's super helpful. Okay, line to ballast tank. That feels like a useful thing. Okay, so I need to go up there. Okay. I did do the right thing, I just failed to figure it out. Okay. How am I supposed to get up there, though? Oh, here we go. Up on this. Hop on pop. Hop on hop. Up, up! Go, Faith, go! Huh. Okay. Do-do-do. I'm confused. I mean, it seems clear I have to get over there, but it seems unclear how I'm supposed to do so. Oh, maybe this. Okay, so I go up here. Come up around here. Grab onto... that? No, that doesn't seem like it's gonna get me there either. Is there like a path through the shield greeting or something like that? Fuck Israel. I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm not sure. I'm confused. I don't understand. Nope, I'm gonna nope. I defer to my foreign minister Brad on all things Israel. My minister on foreign affairs, rather. Oh, shit nuggets. God damn it. Okay. Okay, so we go here. Come around, jump backwards. Yeah, so the interview that Trump did with the New York Times was utterly incomprehensible. It was a fun read if it were not for the leader of our nation who was giving it. We also had OJ got paroled from his kidnapping and robbery charges related to a sports memorabilia robbery about 9 years ago. So he's out on parole. He told the story that he had never really been involved in violence before being arrested for this, which is kind of one of those, like, are you seriously making that argument? I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Pakistani Denzel Washington, I know that guy. His name is Dinesh. Unfortunately, as soon as the video quality improved on his video chat app, it turns out that the chick who had really dug him before was not digging him anymore, so maybe not so much Pakistani Denzel Washington as he thought, so... Oh, he's not out yet? Well, he was granted parole even though he's not out, I guess. A conflict-free life. Yeah, that's definitely how I describe O.J. Simpson. Conflict-free life. Bullshit. What a line of horse shit. Why are you afraid of returning your faulty cables to Amazon? So silly. Fuck, why? Cannot make that jump again. Watch as I fail at something over and over again. It's awesome. I know you love this hot action. I don't think they're gonna cancel your account, Jose. I think that's an unlikely situation. Why can you not jump, you stupid faith? Alright. Fuck! I am not having a good time. Everybody... Yes, Dennis, this is the old Mirror's Edge. That is correct. Haha! Okay. Whew! I did not fail again. It's new to me, that's right. I mean, I admit he was a model prisoner, Prop 420, and I understand, like, the reality is that, like, it's not like parole hearings ever have truth in them. That's not the point of a parole hearing. And I totally understand that. Oh, God, let's not do that. But I do still find the idea that he would describe himself as having led a conflict-free life, which is what I heard, at least from the news, but even if that perhaps was not quite what was said, just makes me laugh. And maybe he didn't say that, and so I'm just responding to a straw man argument, as I tend to do from time to time, but I just rolled my eyes at that. Okay, so I don't see... What, I mean, I know where I need to go. I need to go to that thing, but I don't see how I get there. I can't go through here. I need to get, like, somehow on top of that. Okay, it was said like that. I'm not crazy. That's good. I mean, I do agree with that. Like, I am not mad he's getting parole, because I feel like 9 years for what was, you know, basically an armed robbery feels like, not entirely, where no one got killed or anything else like that. Seems like it's not entirely unreasonable, and it is clear that it is very difficult for O.J. Simpson to get a fair trial. Everyone knows that he killed people, and so therefore, like, although he is innocent in the eyes of the law, he is obviously not innocent. So, what do I gotta do here? Right. He is a murderer, but in the eyes of the law, he is obviously not a murderer, and therefore the law can't treat him as a murderer. And the fact that he, you know, got a pretty long sentence for something, which is probably in large part because he is a murderer, is unjust in the eyes of the law. And honestly, the dude's 70. Like, I'm not super worried about, like, repeat crimes at this point, so. Yeah. Okay, what do I gotta do here? Anybody see anything I'm missing? Like, I don't think I can run up this thing. Maybe I can. Nope. Can't run up that thing. Okay. I got no edges around there that I can see. I mean, do I have to, like, wall jump off of these pipes? Oh, God. Ouch! That was the wrong thing to do. I don't think he lied to the parole committee, did he? I mean, in the eyes of the law, again, like, we have to keep in mind that the fact that we all know OJ's a murderer does not mean that he is. Perjury only counts if, you know... Perjury doesn't count because I think you're lying. But I'm also not sure he lied. Fuck! I'm not even sure if I'm doing the right thing. Like, I'm trying to wall run and then jump across, but that just feels like it's going to be a really hard move to pull off. Maybe if I do it from up here. This game, this is definitely a hard spot of this game, and I don't know if it's just, like, that I'm making progress in the game, and so these later levels are harder. Certainly there are more guys with bigger guns, and I just don't, like, this is like the third time in the game that I felt like I don't know exactly where to go. Well, he didn't have any prior convictions. Like, a conviction means that you're guilty of things. Like guilty in the eyes of the law, again. Like, you're not guilty just because you did something, just because we all know you did something. Was he guilty of domestic abuse before? I mean, I am sure that if he was, like, it's not like they don't know his record. Yeah, that doesn't feel like it's gonna work, right? Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, because it's easy come, easy go, little high, little low, anywhere the wind blows doesn't really matter to me, So I'm building this archive of the games that I've played, which means I'm going through a bunch of my old streams and looking at the titles and, you know, pulling out links to videos and everything else like that so I can include them in the archive. And one of the things that I actually found somewhat surprising is that a lot of my streams from the kind of November, October, December era, which were heavily political and which I look back on with a little bit of frustration because there was so much of my energy that was poured into political talk at the time. Actually are some of my better performing streams. Instead of an average of like 200 to 300 views, they have an average of like 400 to 600 views. And I was kind of curious about why, and then I finally noticed as I'm going through these is that it's maybe just correlation and not causation, but it comes down to whether the title of the game is the first thing in the title, or the controversial topic that I have selected to talk about is the first thing in the topic. Don't vote for Donald Trump does a lot better than, you know, Rocket Knight's politics and or you know, we should do a recount or other things like that. So all of these things that are in the title, if I put them for the bit that's controversial or interesting or different than just the game title first, I do better. Now, of course, this shouldn't be a surprise. This is one of the issues of, like, or one of the aspects of, for discovery, right? People will find my stream in whatever way they want, but for acquisition, to pick up those people and bring them into the stream, having something that's different from everything else out there is what matters. And so your eyes are skimming by, they're going to see the thumbnail, which has the game logo or whatever else like that that I do for most of my thumbnails, or you're searching for a game like Banjo-Kazooie or Super Mario or whatever else like that. And once you do that, suddenly you're like, oh, that's weird. This one says Donald Trump. Why does that say Donald Trump? And I pull people in that way. Of course, this probably means that the average viewer retention ratio is lower or whatever else like that. But it was just an interesting thing to me to kind of look through and just be like, oh, right, controversial topic first, more views. So, or even non-controversial, even, you know, things that aren't politics or whatever else like that. The title, the beginning of the title being something different than the game seems to have a correlation with higher number of views. So I don't know if that's just luck, if that's causation, if it's correlation, if it's whatever, but it was an interesting thing to realize as I was going through my live stream history. Okay, so apparently wall running this wall is the thing. Turn to your left and head to the ledge, jump to the duck behind you and climb on top of the duck to the right. Duck to the right. And then wall run and jump across. Oh, shit. God damn it. Oh, then I'm up here. Okay, well. So, apparently what I need to do is wall run. And then turn and jump, which I have failed to do several times now, but apparently that is the play. So I think that, Brad, one of the things that's hard for me to tell is there are a couple of cases in here where it's hard to tell if I'm, like, some moves I think may just be much harder than designed. And you see this in a lot of games where oh shit, okay, that was it. Where there's just like some aspect of doing the move that you miss. So I definitely feel this way with like, even like Binding of Isaac. Like, you know, there are just some things that like I watch you and Oshi do it, and because I can't do that move, or something else like that, like it just becomes much harder to do anything in the game, and what should be an easy thing is just missed. And so for games that have a long storyline where the developers are used to playing it and everything else like that, I think it's very easy to have these kind of like, this room is much harder than it should be because not every user knows how to wall jump or something like that. So I think that that's what's going on here. Portal has this problem for me, where I had a lot of trouble like doing balancing on the bouncing gel or other things like that. So, yep. So I don't find the game too frustrating. I mean, the reality is that I play NES games, and so for me, I think my bar for frustrating is just much higher than the average person's. But I do understand how it gets boring, and I also, it's one of the things about blind playthroughs is that I have a tendency to kind of feel frustrated because I feel like my viewers are frustrated, so. Yeah, so just guys following, if you go to chrisplaysgames.com, there's a link on the page there that goes to my game archive. So I've played 272 different games, and I've got an archive there which tells you, like, the date that I played it, a link to the YouTube video, it's split up by platform and game and everything else like that, so that, like, when someone's like, hey, have you played Banjo-Kazooie? I could just be like, yes, I have, and here's the stream link. And I've written a bunch of reviews as well, so I've written, like, 15 or so reviews, and those are actually another place that I think my Patreon. So if you're a Patreon supporter of the channel, then your name gets to be on the bottom of the games pages. So Battletoads did break me. Battletoads was terrible. That was like, even with every bit of cheating I had in me, it was still terrible. See, I just can't, like, this jump here, I can make it like sometimes, but most of the time I just can't make it, and that's really frustrating. So Awful? Awful is like, eggs or something like that, right? Not eggs, like guts. Okay, yeah. Guts, got it. Okay, so the trick is that I have to not look straight up on that one, I guess. Alright, so let's get up here. Oh, shit. Yeah, so that's the thing, is that to make that jump, you have to jump and grab. There we go. And I come up here, and that's it. So yeah, so that's just like, I don't know the wall run and look while wall running trick very well, is the problem there. So anyone who knew that, that room would have taken 1/10 of the time, but still, that's what I get. Scrapple. I don't know what Scrapple is. You love cow tongue, huh?
Should be a way through to the top deck above you, near car deck 6.
Alright, this looks like a... There we go. Yeah, so like that move, I didn't really know that was gonna work. I just kind of did it. Alright, another save point, and out onto the deck. Excellent! Oh shit.
Stay in cover and work your way towards them. Time to get some answers. Keep moving.
I'm working on moving. Luckily, these snipers have really poor aim, so... Nope, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Can I do this? Nope. That seems like it's not gonna work. So now I'm on a giant boat. I'm on a boat, yeah. I'm going fast, yeah. Shit, I'm dying quick, yeah. There we go. Alright. I need to get over, so maybe I run over here. Yeah, knew I was gonna get shot there, so... This is one of those cases where the whole getting shot, not so much a damage as it used to be. I was very pleased with my cutting of the goose. It's one of the few times I feel like I've actually cut something successfully. Like, I felt like I really did, like, the cut very well, and I was proud of that. Shit, what is killing me? I mean, I know the people shooting at me, but I meant what else? There we go. So yeah, I pulled off the roll that time. I'm getting better at that. I'm just gonna wait a second. What is this circle? Shit! Alright, so I think the guys are up top here. So now they can't get me until I come around here, at which point they'll shoot me. Oh no! Fuck! Oh, headbutt. Okay. That's the way we're gonna play it? Ugh. Fuck! Their dodging skills are on point. Fuck! I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to kill this person. They seem to be wearing hockey masks that are helping them. I think I've got to maybe steal their gun. Damn it! Welcome back, Max Joseph. I'm fighting this baseball man / woman because I think I have to. Whoa, God. Can I steal your gun? Nope. I want your gun! Like, I don't... Maybe there's another way to progress. Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, so I can't open that. Can't open that. Can't open that. Maybe there's another way I can go. Maybe I don't need to fight her at all. Maybe there's another door down here. That's locked. Yeah, so I don't know if there's another way I can go, but I can't find one. I did at one point see Baseball Man's gun light up red, which meant that I could, at that time, have grabbed it. And I'm wondering if that's the trick, because I need to grab their gun and shoot them with it, because it seems like punching is not doing me a lot of good. But it's also possible there's another red thing I'm supposed to grab, or there's a ladder somewhere or something. Done. Yeah, so like after I punch her for a second, her gun went red there. And I'm wondering if that's the trick. No! There we go. Oh, nope. Yeah, okay, that's why. So this is like a special character. This isn't someone that I can just punch to death. This is someone that I had to interact with and try to steal the gun in order to make progress. Yeah, she does prefer the hand-to-hand content. Combat. That is clear. Go ahead, shoot at me. Uh-oh. Sliding underneath.
Keep on him.
I guess it is a him. I was giving it too much credit. I don't know where they went. I would keep on them if I knew where they went. Here we go, maybe.
Shit, too fast. I lost him.
Oh. This level's too green. Alright. Fuck. Alright, he was a little bit better at that than I was, but... Whoa, shit! That was not what I was expecting, but that's fine. Get off the door! Damn it. Okay, I can't go that way. Fuck. So how do I get up?
Shit, too fast. I lost him.
I did lose him. I didn't know where to go. Let's try this again. Wall jump off the other side. Oh, right. That's, see, another one of those moves that I just never think of. And if you do it right, it's obvious. But if you're dumb like me, it's not. There we go. Safety vault. Ow. That's what I get for being too close, I guess. I keep shooting. Okay. Ah! Fuck! Fuck! Get up! Wall run. Fuck. Alright, so what do you do? Okay. I mean, it does look like a girl, I agree. Right now they're describing it as a him, but I'm not actually sure that we know who it is yet. I think it's like an unknown person. So it's possible that they're calling it a him so that they can do their big reveal in a little while and show it was actually a her all along. Alright. That sucks. Lost some time already, but I can catch up. Go through here. Over the fence. Vault the railing. I just give up. Alright. Why am I having so much trouble with this?
Lost him.
There we go. Okay, that'll work. Metroid's Edge. Never heard of that. I rolled the ankle. Yeah, I feel like I probably rolled the ankle just a few times in this game. Just once or twice, maybe.
Keep on him.
Keep on him. Like, says the man sitting in some, like, office building somewhere just giving me instructions from afar. Sure, I'll keep on him. Jeez, you come out here and chase after this guy. God damn. I feel like I can't actually avoid taking damage there. I guess that's one thing about it, is that, like, I know that I take damage, but all my life regenerates, so it's not like it's super... Okay. There we go. Not ideal, but...
Careful, Faith.
Why? Because you mean the person is sitting here with a gun and I'm running right up to him? Fuck. Whoa, God. Oh God, that did not go super well. Alright, so now I'm in like another one of these I must do this right things, I think. That was not right. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a girl. They're calling it him, but it's a girl. Off she goes.
Cell? I tried to warn you off.
See?
I'm sorry. You've got to learn to let go, Faith.
I don't think there's that much odd about them.
Like you did with your family.
Uh-oh.
Runners are screwed. Icarus is just a start. And I want to live, Faith.
Not just survive. Uh-oh. I got a lot of people with laser sights coming in.
His campaign was getting unexpected support, but he got stupid. Started making threats to the wrong people.
High up people.
He found out.
No, I think it's her sister's partner. So she went to her sister's partner to ask for help or something, and
Kate. Didn't know she was your sis.
yeah. Gun! Haha. That's right. Take that, laser sniper, guys.
Don't ask, Mark. Okay?
Heard all I need to hear, kiddo.
No, it is true. It is impressive how bad they are aiming even with laser sights.
Program, huh? They found her guilty, Faith.
Of course they did.
Yeah, she didn't kill this guy, but of course she's guilty.
Less than an hour.
Technology, man. I tell you.
The new CCC building. I'll keep you posted. Get going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because, you know, just like getting in a gunfight with Cell and getting shot at by a million guys is not enough. I've got to get going. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. However, it is 10 o'clock. Well, it's 10:08. It's past 10 o'clock, which means it's time for the CPG beer pouring of the evening. Tonight we have a peach sour ale that we're going to be popping open and starting out with for the night. And we'll also make our... I don't know, should we make our nightly call to the senators now, or should we do it after the CPG ran? Those are the two options we got. Hey, Dennis Nilsson, welcome, welcome. And everyone else, thanks for being here, as always. Tonight we're playing some Mirror's Edge, continuing our run from last week. This is the original Mirror's Edge, and not Mirror's Edge Automata or something like that. No, that's something else. That's Nier Automata I'm thinking of. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That was the new one, right? So I've never played this game before, and after watching the recent MatPat, well, not recent, the MatPat Game Lab episode, I decided I wanted to give it a try. I do have some minimal experience with parkour, but that's not why. I just thought it was cool and wanted to share it, and I've actually really enjoyed it. I think it's like Parkour, the video game, is pretty neat. The scene where I had to, you know, do something with someone who had a gun, not so much, but whatever. You can't have perfect games all the time, and they've got to put some story in there, not just have it be running around, so. Oh, baby, you got what I need. You got what I need. You're liking this though? I have not done that yet. No, Dennis. No, I have not. So this is. I'm generally trying to play things in chronological order. So my expectation is I'll probably finish this out and then go for the next Mirror's Edge. In probably like a month or so. I don't like to play things like that back to back, but I think you know, if you stick around, subscribe, you know, keep an eye out, I'll probably do it in about a month and go on to the next one. Because I don't want to leave it behind. The other thing I'll have to check is whether my current computer can handle it. One of the things I found is that for recent games like Rise of the Tomb Raider, I only have a GTX 950, and it tends to drop frames when I'm playing newer games. So I may have to actually finally upgrade to the GTX 1070 that I meant to buy when I bought a ridiculously overpriced CPU, but they weren't available anywhere at the time. So that's something that I will have to check out as well. Hooah! Alright, what we gotta do? We gotta go up here, up this, up here, and... oh god. Okay, well, I'm glad that soft landing was there, because it seemed like it was gonna be a hard fall otherwise. Mayor Callahan Nix's Memorial. Security threats, blah, blah, blah. New material breakthrough, degradation, blah, blah, blah. Cowdizzle, I said hi to you when you came in. I'm not going to get a Radeon. I'm going to get my GTX. That was my plan. If I did not say hi to you, Cowdizzle, it is entirely an oversight. As one of my favorite people with cow-related names, I am happy to have you here. And happy to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you around much lately, which isn't surprising because I'm an asshole and don't pay enough attention to my chat because I am dumb. But I'm happy to see you here now. Yeah, and so the thing is that, like, even for me, like, Rise of the Tomb Raider was 100% playable on my computer, but OBS would drop to like 12 FPS, and so I'd be playing at like 40, and so it worked fine for that, but like the actual streaming of it wouldn't work very well. So that was something that that was a problem for me. Hooah! Yeah, that was nice. I like that pretty well. Unfortunately, Jesus Christ, how many bullets to the chest can you people take? Oh. Wah! Yes! Faith, in addition to being a badass parkour runner, is also a badass at flipping guys over, so... The Milk Messiah. Ooh, yeah. Hey, we killed an imp! Awesome. Yes, Van Helsing did file to run for senator, and plans to do so, apparently.
Should give you a good view of Kate's convoy.
Oh, right. So I'm rescuing my sister at the moment, who's being taken by, like, a prison convoy. So I'm taking, like, a laser-sighted rifle so that I can interrupt that. This seems like nothing could possibly go wrong. Alright. So let's hop this. Hop that. What are you talking about? We rarely kill things. We kill, like, 3 or 4 things a night. We're killing things just fine, my friend. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. That was not exactly what I wanted to do, but... I think Jess is talking at me. Oh, she's talking to the cat. Okay. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Alright, so let's open up our beer. We're at a good stopping point. We have no one chasing us. And we will open up our beer, and we will open up our new favorite website for making phone calls to our senators. So we'll go to 5calls.org, which has a list of things that we can make phone calls about. So currently, I'll push the button and the button. Boop, boop, boop.
You want cold? Go bug him.
I don't really have any cold in here. What's that? It's not running because it makes a lot of noise when I'm streaming.
Oh, poor baby.
I'm fine. Alright, so we can take any of the things on 5 calls here, and we can make a phone call about them. So we'll call both of our senators, my senators. You can call your senators too. One of the reasons that I do this is to both demystify the process of calling your senators, which I think is an important thing, and I also want to kind of reinforce the idea that calling your senators if you disagree with me is important, or agree with me, both of them. So if your goal is to pass Trump care, then you should call your senators and tell them that. So this website will give you the numbers to call, and so you can click right here and say that's what I want to do, and that's up to you. So calling Kid Rock won't work yet. So I feel like criminalization of boycotts, I don't feel strongly about this. This is like a new Human Rights Council thing about, like, criminalization of boycotts is a weird thing that I'm not super happy about. But shutting down Trump's sham election commission is something that I feel strongly about. That's entirely a freaking joke. Keeping religious organizations out of politics, allocating money for Trump's border wall. So this one is funny because they've actually put this into the House budget bill, and they are adding $1.6 billion to reinforce fencing and build new wall along 70 miles of the border. So they're spending approximately $17 million per mile on the border there. That's not super great. Uncle Ted has the dementia. Is Ted Cruz? I don't even know. I'm clearly not great at this. Let's see. Funding the fight against the opioid crisis. Protecting America's wetlands and rivers feels like a valuable thing to me. So the EPA published a proposal to roll back the Waters of the United States rule, a 2015 rule that expanded the bodies of water covered by Federal Environmental Protection Agency. So this would end some protections of things that are drinking water for people. So I feel like that's a Ted Nugent. I see. I don't know. Where's Ted Cruz from? Ohio or something? Okay, so I feel like the EPA is a valuable thing, and I feel like protecting America's rivers, lakes, and wetlands is a good thing. So I am going to call my representative, and the reason I'm calling is because this is a House bill, it sounds like. Oh no, so there's an EPA bill, and so I'm going to be calling this, and they're also going to have me call my senators, right? So, Texas, okay. Yeah. So we've got it comes up with a little script here. I'm calling to oppose the EPA's planned rollback of the Waters of the United States rule, ensuring clean water for all Americans is a national priority, blah, blah, blah. Now, as we found out last time, it is very unlikely that we are going to get a human person, but we're going to give it a shot anyway, and see how it goes. All right, so Michael Capuano's office, 202-225-5111. And I'll put it on speaker here. The Zodiac Killer, yes.
Hello. You have reached the office of Congressman Mike Capuano. Please leave a message, and someone will return your call as soon as possible.
Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, my name is Christopher Schmidt, and I'm a constituent from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm calling to oppose the EPA's planned rollback of the Waters of the United States rule. Ensuring clean water for all Americans is a national priority that requires federal support and is irresponsible to end a rule that protects 1 in 3 Americans' drinking water sources. I urge Representative Capuano to fight against the elimination of the Waters of the United States rule. Thank you for your work in answering these phones. My full street address is 17 Laurel Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 02139. Thank you very much, and have a great night. Alright, so we can say here that we left voicemail, and now we can call Senator Markey. Biz Markey. As we established last time, Biz Markey was the 4th member of the Beastie Boys after his turn in Run DMC, and has now gone on to Senate, where he is acting as a senator.
If you have reached this message, we are unable to answer your call at this time. If you would like to leave a comment for Senator Markey, please do so after the tone. Otherwise, please try calling again at a later time. If you are a member of the press, you can get in touch with our press offices by sending an email to press@markey.senate.gov. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christopher Schmidt, and I'm a constituent from Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm calling to oppose the EPA's planned rollback of the Waters of the United States rule. Ensuring clean water for all Americans is a national priority that requires federal support and is irresponsible to end a rule that protects 1 in 3 Americans' drinking water sources. I urge Senator Markey to fight against the elimination of the Waters of the United States rule. Thank you for your work in answering the phones. My address is 17 Laurel Street, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 02139. Thank you very much, and have a good weekend. Alright, so we will leave out Senator Warren in this particular call, but you get the idea. You can call late at night and no one's going to be there, but they'll still tally your vote. There's scripts here if you have things you care about. If not, and the issues you care about aren't on this website, it is very likely that you can find call scripts that you can use. And here's the thing. Many times people will tell me, like, my senators believe all the things that I do. And you may be 100% right. You may be 100% correct that your senators agree with all the things that you do. But here's the problem. There are a bunch of people in your Senate or representative district who don't agree with you and who are calling your senators. The reality is that your senators are hearing from tons of people all the time, especially in my case, Senator Warren, who acts as a firebrand for much of the Democratic Party. And so I follow her Facebook page, and she gets 1,000 comments on pretty much every one of her Facebook posts. And about 80% of them are bigoted complaints that she's a fake Indian, that she bought her law degree, that she did, or her Harvard degree, that she's done all these other things. They're bigoted and sexist and racist comments up and down the chain. And that's 80% of what she hears. So while she may 100% agree with everything that I want and everything that she says and everything else like that, then it may well be that she's hearing all of this negative energy. So hearing my positive energy, I appreciate what you're doing, please do more, or I appreciate what you're doing, please continue to do it, is valuable. Now tonight I didn't say that because I'm talking about a thing that I haven't actually heard any of my senators or representatives talk about. I don't know their positions on this. But I absolutely think it's important to reassure people who are doing the things that you like, that they're doing the things that you like. So even if your senators agree with you, call them anyway. All right, tonight we are drinking the Iridescent, an ale aged on apricot and ginger from Upland Sour Ales. Crack open this bottle of Iridescent for a unique flavor experience that combines the sweet, slightly tart flavors of apricot with subtle hints of spicy ginger. These two ingredients blended with our base barrel-aged sour ale generate pleasing floral aromas, flavors of stone fruits, and a warm, peppery finish. Your palate will experience something new with every sip. Iridescent pairs well with a variety of Asian-inspired dishes, or simply enjoy the sour ale on its own. Well, I'm not going to enjoy it on its own. I am going to enjoy it with all of you. So thank you for being here. Congratulations, Jose, on receiving your Oculus Rift. I hope that it is everything that you want from it and more. Okay. So, now that we've done that, we've called one of our representatives, one of our senators, and told them that we believe in clean drinking water, which seems like a reasonable thing to me, and the EPA rolling it back kind of sucks. So, you're too terrible at doing blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't tell you what to say. There needs to be some F-bombs. So, Caldizzle, I mean, we can make a call to Representative Warren later tonight, and I can drop some F-bombs. But again, she agrees with me, so the F-bombs would be targeted at other things, so... I don't know if that's exactly what you're looking for. I mean, the other thing is that I realized that there are a lot of people who disagree with me on some points, so I'm trying to pick things that people mostly agree on, like healthcare. The upcoming healthcare bill is like a 20% approval rating, so disguise balling. I mean, it depends on whether I'm part of Trump's family, right? So I think we've established at this point that Trump is very interested in pardoning his family. Unfortunately, since I'm not married to his daughter or anything, I don't know how well that's going to work for me in particular. So that's something I'm going to have to keep an eye out on. I might be needing to look for, emergency divorce and marriage to a Trump in order to solve that particular situation. No, so the reality is that in most cases, actually, I couldn't get a pardon for it because pardons are federal, and state wiretapping laws are obviously at the state level. So the chances that I could get a pardon from the president for that is pretty low. I could get a pardon from the from the governor of Massachusetts, but the governor of Massachusetts, Charlie Baker, is a Republican, and I'm not sure how strongly he feels about these things. Now, I will admit that Republicans in... Fuck, okay, so I can't make that jump from there. Oh, I'm sorry, Brad. You don't drink beer but cloudy? You don't drink any beer but cloudy, or you don't drink any cloudy beer? I can get a pardon from my governor. I mean, my governor is a Republican who doesn't... I don't feel like he's a strong supporter of the ideals of democracy, so... But I think the other thing is that because it's just a voicemail, I'm not sure how wiretapping rules work anyway. I'm not sure if I actually even have to be worried, so... Oh, right. Wall run. Wall run, always. Woo! Okay, that kind of worked. Roll right into this door. Kick it down. Kick it all down, baby. Push the button. Oops. That was dumb. I don't agree with you, Jose. Yeah, Jess, you missed me calling Representative Markey Senator Markey and Representative Capuano.
Drake says Krieg's just stashed the rifle. It's at the top of the atrium you're about to reach.
Why didn't he just, like, hang out there and hand it to me? Like, he could have used the rifle to shoot the bad guys I am almost certain to, intercept. Okay, well, that's pretty tall. How am I supposed to get up there? I guess I parkour my way. Hardcore parkour! That's the answer. All the way up. Okay. Oh, don't, no! God damn it! Stupid looking. Feel like sending a shout out to the Italians? Which Italians? I mean, we got Scaramucci when you do the Fandango, so I gave him a shout out earlier. I don't know which other Italians we're talking about though. Alright, so I don't understand what I have to do. Ha. Alrighty. Yeah, I keep forgetting the wall run as a important move. Like that, it's like a common failing of mine. All right. Nope, that did not work. There we go. Wall runs all the way up. Oop. Shit. Hello, Lumi Games. Welcome. By the way, David, you came back during my calls to my representatives. Sorry about that, but I'm happy to have you back and watching the game. Shit, shit, shit. This killed me. All right. Rolling in the deep. I had my heart inside of your head. Slim Gamerman, good to see you all. Alright, let's get some success here. This is gonna be the run. This is gonna be the one. We're gonna make both of these wall runs. 1 and 2. And then we're going to go this way and jump up here. There we go. That was the run, see? All I have to do is say this is the run and it'll work fine. That didn't work quite so well all the way through, but we'll pretend. Everything's fine. No problem. Thanks for the match. Thank you very much, Lumi. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hit 3,000 subs about a week ago. I did it when I wasn't on stream, so it was a little bit less exciting, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I know that a lot of other people are big on sub count, and I try to not concentrate on it too much because I feel like overly concentrating on the number can kind of lead to the same with any number. It can lead to perverse incentives, right? Like you're incentivized to create a shallow level of engagement with many people. And so this is why my goals for the year have nothing to do with number of subscribers and have everything to do with creating great content. Because that is what I really want to do, is that I want to create more great content in the world. And so that, to me, it is awesome to hit 3K. Like, I love everyone who's here. I love everyone who's been part of the community and helped, you know, egg me on to keep streaming even when I'm pouty or anything else like that. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm doing right by all the people who are here and creating great content all the way through. So something is like clicking and making a noise, and I don't know if that's in the game or what. Alright, so let's see if I can wall run myself over here. I'm trying to figure out if I should be using that pole for something or just like jumping to this side. Oh! Damn it! I felt like that was it. Oh shit, don't fall. Alright. So I wasn't supposed to swing on this, I was supposed to walk on it. Got it. Fuck. Yeah, absolutely, Disguise. I mean, I think the reality... So there's a couple things about that. Like, one is that the expected viewer counts, in a lot of cases, are based on other services. And I think that, like, follower counts on Twitch and sub counts on YouTube are two very different things. You know, channels that would have, you know, 100,000 subs on YouTube will oftentimes only have like 10,000 followers on Twitch, just because the audiences are different, the commitment involved in such a thing is different, and so the generally speaking, the audiences just aren't really comparable. And I feel like sometimes people just don't understand that or don't even think about it, so they get these different... God damn it! And they get these kind of silly notions about what something should mean. But even like on YouTube, like, you know, if you create content, you know, I think like Raining Ravens or like my Hawk vs. Drone channel, are two examples, right? Like, we both have really popular viral-ish videos that have gotten us a large number of our subs. And so, like, to look at it and compare to something that is not from someone making the same kind of content is like, yeah, so I mean, Chris Plays, or CR Schmidt has 1,700 subs, but 1,600 of them subscribe because of one video and don't care about anything else I do. I don't even know why they subscribe, but they did. And so, like, to compare that and say, like, oh, that's big or little or whatever else like that is kind of silly. And I know that a lot of my, you know, viewership has come from raids and other things like that, and my subs have come from raids, where I love that people subscribe because they might come back, but I realize they're doing it because they might come back and out of a little bit of social pressure rather than out of a sense of, oh, this is the most awesome content ever. Whereas the people who subscribe for my family tracker tutorial are like really interested in my family tracker tutorial, but I'm probably not going to do another one of those, and so then they get kind of stuck in this world where I'm not actually making the content they're interested in. So, fuck. Thanks, Barb. No, like, pretty much there's no, I mean, I don't know what the, like, super high-end this guy's falling. Like, there may be, like, some deal, like, Katy Perry did a thing that was like 4 days of live streaming for her Witness Worldwide thing, and I don't know anything about that, but that's the type of thing where I would imagine there may be some, you know, someone signed a deal to do X, Y, or Z, but at the normal, like, you know, streamer levels, like just playing games or whatever, there's no exclusivity there or other stuff like that as far as I know. So anyway, by the way, hello Barbara, it's good to see you. But yeah, thank you very much, Drunken Solitaire. I appreciate it. Barb actually just hit 5K, I think, on her road to 10K or bust. So congratulations to Barb as well. Barb is another streamer and also a YouTube developer. Well, developer? Is that the right word? YouTube person? Employee. There you go. That's the word. She helps make all the shit that we love happen. So there's no CRS monkey on this channel, IOPred. That monkey is only on another channel. Also, I accidentally deleted the monkey and I unsponsored with all of my channels, so I can't make another emoji. So, hello, Eric the Cookie Baker. It's good to see you. Katy Perry is your favorite live streamer. I know she is, Jose. I know. But yeah, so I was mentioning on my Discord earlier today that I was testing out custom emoji features to make sure that they worked, and unfortunately, I could find no major bugs because IOPred is just too good of a developer. I wasn't able to defeat him. The dog was cute. The whole stream, I think, was pretty well done. It was just the iOS, like, I just searched for monkey and grabbed the emoji. It was just like the iOS monkey emoji, just so I had something to test with, so. Shh, quiet, Barb. We're gonna pretend that I didn't file any bugs for the purposes of public discussion. I try a little bit not to be like YouTube is always broken. I mean, I do oftentimes say that YouTube is always 5% broken, but I try to be at least a little bit, you know, circumspect in my conversations in public. Not always good at it, but I try. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier on Discord. Anyway, cheers, Barbara and IOPred. In reality, I filed 9 bugs, but none of them were major or showstoppers, in my opinion, and a couple of them were more feature requests than bugs. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 of them that I think I felt like needed to be fixed. Well, at the time, I wasn't sure if IOPred was going to say that, so, you know. But yeah, I think there's actually a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes at the moment that's pretty exciting, and I'm you know, disappointed that I'm always the guy who wants to be out there like saying a million times more than we are, but at the same time I realize that it can be really difficult to actually, you know, have a communications plan if I'm out here shitting all over it. I mean, that's the Donald Trump approach to communications, right? Send your press person out to tell a story and then have him tweet out like the opposite answers to everything about it. So I don't want to be Donald Trump in this situation. I want to, you know, have a committed messaging system. I want to have a plan that is organized by people who are smarter than me about how you tell the story so that you can make sure that users are getting the full picture and not just the bits that I care about. So, Yeah, what are you doing working on YouTube? What is that, like your job or something? You should fix your garbanzo beans. Alright, what do I gotta do here? I gotta get up there. What am I missing? I can't, like, wall run off of this. Whoop! Hey, Deliberately Creative, how's it going? But yeah, so custom emoji bug bash went, in my opinion, very well. I think there are very few things in there that I am worried about in the bigger picture. Oh yeah, it's more the general picture, right? Like I know some of the things that we have coming up, and that's where I get more beyond just custom emoji. Like so for custom emoji, right? Like we've tried to have a communications plan. Like we've worked together. Like you and Barb and I have worked together to like talk to people who communicate and say like, hey, we'd like to say this. Like how can we say this while not, you know, screwing things up? Like help us help you, and try and find the balance in, you know, the various ways that people want to talk about things, and so on and so forth. So the reality is that there's a lot of people on YouTube who are bigger creators and want heads up first, and there are people who manage them and want heads up first, and everyone wants to know first, right? Like that's just the default state of the world. Everyone wants to be in the know before everyone else, and so you got to figure out how to balance that. Like how do you communicate while keeping everyone in the loop? How do you communicate while keeping everyone happy? Like that's a hard job, and I think, I mean, that's part of what, you know, Barb helps do, and other people who work at YouTube do, and we work with a great press team who likes to send oh, there's my jump. I was like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? You know, we work with a great press team who will send GIFs as responses when reporters ask us for things. So at one point there was like a rumor about what is now YouTube Red, and like our press guy like literally just sent a GIF from Full House of like little baby Michelle like going, whoa. And reporters were like, you know, YouTube didn't give us a response, and Chris Dale like followed up and said, no, I gave you a response. That was my official response. Like that is YouTube's official PR response to the question you're asking, is this GIF? And so we got a lot of play out of that. So, but yeah, so, and then there's also like, you know, I wrote up a thing about something that I thought we were going to ship, you know, last week. And it turns out that, well, we didn't actually ship it last week. And so we're going to have to like rethink about another thing and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just what happens. Like software development has things that happen. You know, we're never as fast as we want to be, and it's always harder than you think it'll be. I mean, that's just part of writing software. Your estimates are always wrong. Even once you make your estimate wrong, it's still going to be wrong. It's one of the reasons that software estimates must have ranges, because the range gives you a lot of the sense of the uncertainty, which is a key thing in estimating. So, yeah, so far I think that like one of the nice things was that like having a list of people who are willing to be guinea pigs was nice, because I think we found bugs by using people as guinea pigs, and that's like a super useful thing to do. So I think I'm pretty happy with that, and I hope we're on track for everything that we want to do. So yeah, you have to have, hello Miles per hour, how's it going? You have to have the cone of uncertainty on everything. And so this like if Mark Eichen was here, Mark Eichen and the engineering manager we worked with at Metacarta, you know, taught me everything that I need to know, or everything I've ever known about software engineering and estimation, and that's a huge part of it, is understanding that like estimates have ranges, and you have to take that into account. All right, I see it. Quick route to the sniper position. Quick route. Quick route. Did you see all the shit I had to do? Did you see the number of times I died on my way to this goddamn route, and you're calling it quick? Good God, the beer is delicious. I mean, so Org Chaos, we use the public as guinea pigs as well. Don't get me wrong. You know, YouTube is the only place that I've ever been where I have actually acknowledged that, like, testing in production is a thing that we do, and as sad as I feel about it, I don't actually feel like I have a better answer. There's so much we do that's based around statistical analysis of the results that I don't feel like we could actually get the achievable results we need if we didn't test in production. And so, like, we roll things out and we affect a small percentage of users with hope that we'll find the bugs. It's an important way to move fast and break shit, and the reality is if we're not breaking shit, at least some of the time, we're just not moving fast enough. So, I understand all of the downfalls and all of the problems of testing in production. I have been a huge opponent of it in previous jobs, but there's a lot of things that we do where no amount of, like, you have to test in a non-production environment first. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you have to do the absolute best you can to test via integration testing and unit testing and manual testing and all of these other things. Like, this is really important to try and do the absolute best you can. But the absolute massive...
Get to it and get that convoy.
I don't see the rifle. No. Oh, there we go.
Try going for the engine. I'm gonna patch you into the CPF channel the convoy's using.
You have to like get involved in the
Over.
Where is it?
Looking good. Route is clear.
To the diversity of clients and behaviors and everything else like that is hard to take it. You can't reproduce that in a lab environment. What am I doing? Oh, I feel like I did the wrong thing.
What was that? Not sure. Put your foot down, though.
Okay, I gotta try it again.
You see the rifle? Get to it and get that convoy in your sights. Find a way of slowing it down. Try going for the engine. I'm gonna patch you into the CPF channel the convoy's using. Connor's convoy, what's your status? Over.
I'm generally not a fan of monocultures. So while I can understand the reasons why this is a thing that people want, I also realize that it's not a good thing for the world. So there's good reasons why I use not Chrome at home. All right, what am I supposed to do here? Because clearly it's not working.
Put your foot down, though.
What am I supposed to do?
You see the rifle? Get to it and get that convoy in your sights. Find a way of slowing it down. Try going for the engine.
The engine.
Okay. The CPF channel the convoy's using. Connor's convoy, what's your status? Over.
Yeah, and so like this is one of the things that yeah, so it says go for the engine. Hello, miles per hour. So that was the thing that I missed, is he said try for the engine. So let's try for the engine of the big van. All right, there we go. That's gonna blow up though. I mean,
report. Over.
My sister's in there.
You gotta get down there.
I mean, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? Get out of here, gun. I need to run.
Shit, too late. They know where you are now.
Well, no shit, they know where I am. So Jake Paul is a Jake Paul and Logan Paul are like previously influential Viners who have now moved over. They moved over to YouTube as part of the transition away from Vine. I think they're brothers, and they're both like super. They're both super kind of what is it? Controversial. Like I mean, they're not quite shitlords, you know, self-described shitlords, but they're, you know, incendiary. Like they do things for views, and they got really good at it on Vine, and they've carried that success over to YouTube. So in the past year since they switched over to YouTube, they've gotten something along the lines of like 5 million subscribers each. But I guess Jake Paul has been pissing off his neighbors by being, you know, loudmouth jackass, and as a result is being evicted. So because he's being evicted, people are talking about the fact that he is, that's right, Jake Paul's a shitlord, that's right. Come at me, Jake Paul fans. And because of that, they're like, people are theorizing that he's going to be, you know, kicked out of his partnership with Disney or whatever else like that. So Boogie doesn't like the Pauls. I'm not surprised. I mean, Boogie is an old school YouTuber who tries to do things, I mean, legit, right? So Logan Paul was one of the people who at VidCon, like, literally intentionally caused a riot and then was like, oh shit, like, totally didn't mean to, bro. Like, I just put $1,000 in cash and then tweeted out where it was going to be, and I thought that would work fine. I didn't realize that was going to be a problem. Like, why is that an issue? And I'm just like, shut up, you asshole hat. Ow, fuck! Fuck, 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 I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, douchebags. So at the moment, they're experiencing this minor, you know, surge in popularity as a result of their various actions around VidCon and their, like, current kind of massive success in bringing their audience over from Vine and other stuff like that, which is what is kind of leading to their overall, I guess, success might not be the right word, but their current, you know, mini fame. And so you're seeing a lot of that at the moment. And I don't know how long any of that is going to hang on, but oh man, that doesn't work. Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. Boom. Boom. Give me your gun. Alright, we're just gonna try and shoot our way through. And so I think that the I will give away $100 thing became like a meme because someone posted like with a screenshot of like a $60,000 PayPal account. Like, I will give away $100 for every person who does this. And so that's why the screenshot that I retweeted was fake, was because they were making fun of that idea that someone would be giving away that much money. But I know, realistically, no one has $1 million in their PayPal account. But I used it as a teachable moment for the fact that keeping a shit ton of money in your PayPal account is fucking dumb, because it's a mistake I've seen, like, people I actually care about make, because they don't realize that PayPal isn't a fucking bank. And so it's not, like, regulated by many of the things that protect you in banks, where they are, you know, regulated by the FDIC and, you know, all of these things. PayPal can, on a whim, the same whim that can get your, you know, YouTube account suspended or something else like that, either by mistake or intentionally, you know, can take this away from you. And so keeping a large amount of money in a PayPal account is almost always like a terrible, terrible idea. And so I did not actually think that was a real screenshot, but I did think that I wanted to reinforce the idea that please don't keep your money in PayPal, because it is a bad idea. I mean, the reality is that, like, it shouldn't be a problem if you're not doing much, but you should generally try and keep your PayPal balance low. They will lock accounts. They will, you know, leave you with very limited options on, you know, getting, you know, money back if they decide that you don't, you know, that they don't owe it to you. So, it is absolutely something to think about. You're not insured, and you have very little recourse is another problem, right? So they basically say, like, if we want to lock your account and you can't get anything back out for months or ever, like, that's a thing. You know, hey, we've looked at your transactions and we believe that, you know, we're not going to give you, you know, this or whatever. What am I doing? Okay. Like, what's going on? Oh.
Kate. Kate.
Kate, get up!
Faith?
I'm rescuing you.
Effie, I can't believe you've done all this. You're my sister.
That's right.
Take this. It's Merc. He's a friend. He'll guide you away from here. I'll lead the blues away. Come and find you later, okay?
Run! 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 Alright. Let's go, baby!
Oh god. Merc.
Oh no! My guy on the other end of the earphone. Oh, and they took my sister? God damn it.
Where'd they go?
I heard them mention the shard.
The mayor's place?
Yeah.
Shit, Merc. Let me get someone, a doctor.
It better have. After someone stole $31 million in ETH coin.
Sorry, Merc. I'm so sorry.
No sorries. Just don't let them win.
She really is. Well, so Brad, before she wasn't abducted, she went through a trial and lost.
Thanks, kiddo.
So because whoever is behind the current murder of the mayoral candidate is clearly in power attempting to lead an authoritarian revolt, she went through a trial and lost. That's all. But yeah, so someone noticed a bug in the software behind ETHcoin and stole $31 million worth of Ethereum from people as a result of it. So I guess multi-sig wallets just had a bug in them that meant that anyone could execute a please give me the ownership of this wallet, which is not a really good thing to have. The whole like contract, that whole space is just so fucking weird to me. I just don't get it. Alright, what am I supposed to be doing here? Alright, going this way apparently. I don't understand. There we go. Uh-oh. I don't really... Nope. Oh, there we go. This is gonna be a bad thing. Boom! Oh. Oh, I have to hide in that little cubby hole. Okay. I was like, I'm all the way against the wall, why did that not work? But... Shit. That did not go so well. It's not just work you can't do when I'm on. I haven't even been talking about anything really interesting. I was going to actually like read snippets of some of the more entertaining snippets of like discombobulated mental maneuvering in Trump's interview with the New York Times, but I have not done that. That was one of my plans. I always have all these plans. My plans never really work, but I do have them. I am currently working on a okay. Shit. God damn it. Yeah, I was gonna say, the reality is that most of what distracts you, Jose, has nothing to do with me, and has everything to do with the fact that there are awesome people in the chat. So, I truly appreciate the awesome people, from Barbara to Chris, who are both friends of mine from work, to, you know, Brad tuning in from, using his Saturday morning just to listen to me, because he's a crazy man, to everything else like that, and having all these great people here, because it's really fun. But I don't think I can take a whole lot of credit for how distracting things are, really. Van Helsing is also here, always available to teach us on the strength and power of guns. I mean, the reality is there's a ton of awesome people here, and I can't list them all. Whether we're talking about you know, Cal Dizzle and his awesome Isaac skills, and talking about that, or you know, making fun of the various politicians in Michigan, whether it's Kid Rock or otherwise. Whether we're talking about you know, Blake Strike or Falcon Man, people who are around, you know, oftentimes. We're talking about the old days of Batman Man 01. I mean, I realize that not all these people are necessarily awesome, but they're all part of the community, and they all matter to me, and I like them. That's why I have, you know, 3,000 subscribers, all these people that I like them, and I hope they like me, and I hope they continue to like me, because we all know the most important thing to me is whether people like me, because I am a narcissistic asshole. Alright. Get in here. Oh, fuck! Seriously? Have I played The End Is Nigh? I have not played The End Is Nigh. There we go. The newest threat to children is running. Van hijacked. Suspect at large. Yeah, that was me. Prop 420, I'm happy to have you here too. I'm happy to have all of my regulars. Wasn't that Chris GC8? I was a little bit proud of that. Uh-oh. That did not go well for me.
Good work.
Oh, The End Is Nigh. Yeah, so I did not, Uh-oh.
Shoot me too?
No. Right now, your case best hope.
Weren't these your guys?
No, they're PKs, Pirandella Recruitment, private security.
What's going on, Miller?
Pope's murder.
Oh, shit, it's time for the rant. I didn't realize it was 11 o'clock. You did make it in time for the rant. Luckily, it's only 7 minutes long, so we won't be too late. After this cutscene, we'll jump into it.
They needed a CPF cop to look like Pope's killer. No time to explain more. Take this comms unit and head for the roof. It's where they've taken Kate. I'll contact you when it's safe. I'll hold them off.
That is the Colonel.
Go, now.
Alright. That guy knows the KFC secret recipe. Yes, so it's time for the CPG rant of the evening. The CPG rant of the evening is where I give you a little bit of a piece of my mind and tell you how the world is and how the world should be. It happens every night during my streams at 11 o'clock p.m. Tonight's CPG rant is: the world is 10 times as complex as you think it is. The world is 10 times as complex as your... I hate it when this happens. I need to get in the habit of fixing that before I start my stream. Try it again. Here we go. The world is 10 times as complex as your understanding of it. I am the Chris who plays games, and this is your CPG rant of the evening. As I look around the world, what I find is that people constantly think that they have the one answer. They think they have the one answer on healthcare or why the internet is broken. They think they have the answer on why YouTube is behaving in a certain way, or the answer as to why a certain person is behaving in a certain way, and the chances that they actually have that answer are almost none. Because the world is 10 times, or 100 times, or 1,000 times as complex as you think it is. When YouTube is slow, there are so many things that can go wrong between you and YouTube. It can be your ISP having problems in a local place to you. It can be problems with internet infrastructure carrying bits from you to YouTube. It can be problems on YouTube side with delivering bits from you to you. It can be a million different things. But there are two answers that everyone always assumes the case, and it almost never is the case. It's throttling or it's a DDoS. Every time. Every time someone thinks it's either throttling or a DDoS. Okay, that's not true. 1 out of 1,000 times someone assumes that we're replacing some hard drives. But in general, people always have these simplistic ideas built by many different articles they've read or things they've heard or whatever else like that. They've heard that ISPs are throttling traffic as part of net neutrality regulations, fighting against net neutrality regulations, but they aren't. Not really, not in the US. They've heard that ISPs are treating content providers unfairly, and so every time the internet breaks, even for 15 minutes, they assume that it's throttling. Well, no, it's not throttling. If it's affecting users only in one part of the country, and it's affecting users only on one ISP, do you really think that it's throttling? Really? Really? The world is 10 times as complex as you think it is. People tell me all the time, look, YouTube suspended me, and it's because because I did X, Y, or Z. It's because the user did this or that or the other, and YouTube shouldn't take me down for that or shouldn't take them down for that. And most of the time, I agree. They shouldn't. The thing that you're describing that you say could be completely unfair if YouTube took someone's content down for this, usually they haven't. They've taken it down for some other reason that you don't know, because you've made assumptions based on a limited set of information. And don't get me wrong, YouTube doesn't give you the full set of information, but it isn't the case that you know what's going on. The world is 10 times as complex as you think it is. Every time I look at legislation or discussion along those lines, I see people who think that they have the one solution. They look at complex political or social problems and think that there is a simple fix for something that has been worked on for decades. They think that they can walk in with almost no knowledge of the situation, begin the conversation, and propose a solution. They walk in with no experience in the field and no history or understanding of the problems that are actually being faced and think that they can fix it. But you can't. The reality is the world is a complex place, and most of the time really smart people are working as hard as they can on a problem in order to make it better. And so while sharing your experiences is 100% a useful thing to do, while sharing and making sure that that information is shared with people who can do something about it is entirely valuable, to walk in and propose an implementation and solution is a mistake. Because you don't get how hard it is. Because you don't know. I've been making this mistake all my life. I will come in and I will say, look, this is a really bad situation. I'd really like us to do X, Y, or Z to fix it, and find out that we can't do X because it's illegal, and we can't do Y because it won't fix the problem, and we can't do Z because we already tried it and everybody hated it. So I've adjusted how I react. Instead of telling people why it's broken, I tell people that it's broken. I communicate my experiences. I do my best to carry that information to people who can act on it. Because the people who can act on it are the ones with the most information about the problem. They're the ones who have the experience. They're the ones who can tell me all the ways in which it's gone wrong before, so I can help them figure out the way that we solve my want with their needs of running a service. My want with their needs of creating legislation. My want with their needs of the technical limitations that exist. Because when you start by proposing the implementation, as someone who has been on the other side, receiving end of so many of these, from social issues around LiveJournal and OpenLayers when I was working as a community manager, to technical solutions at all the companies I've worked for, from working as an open source developer to working as anything else in the world, when you come to me with an implementation that I know won't work, I have to explain to you why your implementation won't work, rather than just explaining to you what an implementation that might work would look like. And honestly, I don't always have time for it. And I don't always have the ability to. When people ask, why isn't YouTube faster? The same point applies. The world is 10 times as complicated as you think. When people ask, is it this, or is it that, or anything else like that, I get so angry, so frustrated, that I have to explain to you again and again and again, no, your ISP is not throttling you, YouTube just broke. And I'm sorry. I am. It hurts me when I see many users who are having problems watching YouTube, and I can see the data on the other side that explains to me exactly why, and I can't fix it. Because of the political, or the social, or the technical things that behind these things, it's not something that I can fix on the timescale that you want. What are you doing to fix this is a reasonable question, but I can't always tell you the answer because I can't always explain to you what's wrong because the world is 10 times as complicated as you think. I understand you're suggesting the 3 words that you know, DDoS and throttling and net neutrality. I guess that's 4 words, but I'm going to call net neutrality 1 word because it's a hashtag these days. They're telling me that it's obviously this thing. It's not obviously this thing. I understand the symptoms you're seeing. I can tell you why this is happening, but I can't tell you. And that sucks. But if you would take a step back and stop telling me I'm wrong, I could help you so much more of the goddamn time. The world is 10 times as complicated as you think. Give me a little bit of fucking credit. I'm the Chris who plays games. This has been your CPG rant of the evening. I like the end. I don't know if it was too much, but... That was, I mean, it was a little bit of a mic drop, right? So, like, it wasn't intentional. Like, I definitely did that intentionally, but I definitely, like, it was expressing the anger I had. It was definitely frustrating. So on, basically on what was it, Thursday, Wednesday, something like that. Probably Wednesday. On Wednesday, we had an issue with our load balancing software where it wasn't correctly identifying that some of our network interfaces on new routers were full. And so we were sending too much traffic to them. And when you do that, you get packet loss and you get drops and you get all these other things. So I didn't spin the hat enough, though. That's true. No, it's not, and it's especially not easy. But the reality in this case is, I'm pretty convinced at this point that our Arista routers just aren't reporting information accurately. Like, they're dropping packets and not telling us, and we depend on our packet drop counters to balance traffic. And if your packet drop counters don't work, then that's not going to work. And so, I don't know. It's an ongoing bug. So, oh, totally, Jose, I want to do that. That's the other thing I was going to do was actually, like, I can take my, there we go. Now I've got my spinner on my microphone.
Are you reading me?
Yes, I am.
I'm in the security room, tracking you on the cameras. Get out of the elevator, they're coming.
Oh, right. I can't jump with a giant gun, unfortunately. I wish I could, but... Uh-oh. Oops. That wasn't the right way. No, I just wanted to put my new, my other spinner. Come on, baby. Come on. Alright, there we go. Dead indeed. Hooah! Okay.
Heard them say you're in the elevator shaft. Listen, there should be an entrance to the ventilation system somewhere in there. It'll take you outside, but you should be able to find a way back in on the other side.
Take care, Prop 420. I'll see you later, my friend. But yeah, so I am actually, words. I forgot what words I was going to use. Phantom Lord? Never heard of Phantom Lord, Chris. Completely unknown to me. I know Ice Poseidon. His audience is really shitty. He seems like a fine, like an okay dude, but his audience is really shitty. But yeah, I've never heard of Phantom Lord. Should I be excited that he is streaming on YouTube now? But yeah, so the magnetic propeller that I have can be attached to my microphone, which I thought was cute. Ah, it seems like banned from Twitch comes to YouTube is like a trope at this point. How'd it go? I mean, Twitch is so paternalistic. Gotcha. Fuck! I was doing the right thing and then I missed. Sounds like he might be a little bit like... Oh, right. Wall run. Wall run. Wall run. Why do I never remember to fucking wall run? Fuck. Yeah, so he probably used... This is one thing that I never get, is that, like, people who stream on Twitch, like, who were on YouTube and to stream on Twitch... Like, they're always like, well, I don't want to be a VOD creator. And I just wonder if they don't realize, like, how much work the average Twitch streamer does to maintain a presence on YouTube. Like, how much different shit is involved in that. Because it's a ton. Like, in order to be a successful streamer, you've got to constantly be, like, doing other stuff, too. They're making VODs, and they're like, doing all this other crap. And so, like, people are always like, oh yeah, I don't want to make VODs, I don't want to make highlights, I don't want to do all this other stuff. I'm like, you're missing such a huge part of the traditional revenue stream of like a Twitch creator. Like, how do you think that they make a lot of their money? Like, I know that Twitch subs are important and, like, are a big part of the picture, but they're not everything. Like, they're a part of an entire ecosystem of revenue and monetization strategies that people use. Fuck! I don't know if 10 inches is big enough for me. I feel like I might need something bigger than that. We're talking about ruler sizes, right? I feel like that's it. The Slim Gamer Man, you are welcome to say whatever you want, but I am glad you enjoy your time here with the Chris Who Plays Games, because I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to have you here. So, all in all, it seems like that's going to work out pretty well. Okay, so this is not where I want to be. Don't fall. Damn it. You've only had rulers 24 inches and bigger? That's impressive. You never had 12-inch rulers? Are you confusing centimeters and inches again? Fuck. I mean, anything over 30 is a yardstick, not a ruler. I just feel like this is a completely different class that we're talking about here. But I just die over and over again. How's that sound? So 10-inch rule. So generally speaking, in the U.S., as a kid, you would get 6-inch rulers. 12-inch rulers are the default. Yardsticks are 36 inches, and yeah. There we go. Oh shit! No, don't jump over it. You have a 24-inch ruler, huh? Interesting. I've seen 18. I don't think I've ever seen a 24-inch ruler. That is pretty crazy, Chris GC8. So he's probably got... So he probably had a pretty big Twitch following then, would be my guess. Like, if he has no content on YouTube and still has 500k subs, that probably means that following just followed him over from Twitch somehow. Ah! Well, clearly I would be a very bad runner, as my current approach is just, like, die over and over again. And I feel like that wouldn't work in the real world. Okay, so somehow I have to get up to that. Which does not appear to be possible just wall jumping. The conversation in chat went in a weird direction and I realized it was entirely my fault, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's like a Wendigo from Until Dawn, Chris GC8. Alright. Getting drunk enough to call Liz Warren and put some swear words in there. Fuck! No, I made a dick joke. Van Helsing started with a dick joke, I feel like, and I picked up from there. I want her to do something about it. It's true. I want her to improve my Mirror's Edge experience. Go back to 2008 and tell developers not to make this game so hard. Yeah, I used to wonder why my audience was 93% male. Now I know. Why do I keep jumping over that? I want to just hang from it. Because I gotta reach that thing. I doubt they can patch it. Whoop! Excuse me. So one of the things that I found interesting is that, like, tag is now effectively a sport. And so this is something that I don't know if this was Jose or someone else pointed out to me, but basically they do parkour, excuse me, versions of tag, and they call it a sport. A sport. So specifically it's the Chase Championships. So this is a video from one of those. Alright, go guy, go. Get him. Oh, no. Come on. Don't let him evade you. You can do it. No. Oh, God. Run, run, run. Whoa. Oh. Yeah, that'd be a great tag commentator, clearly. Alright. Anyway, back to this. That seems unlikely, Jose. My guess is that with their 4,300 subscribers, they don't actually have Content ID access. I could be wrong, but I mean, also, like, it's not that they couldn't have like use non-Content ID, but I just think it unlikely. Oh shit. Okay. So I need to go up there. Get up here, turn around, up here. Wall runs for days. Ah. There we go. Into the tubes, out we go, down the duct, boom. That was not a really soft landing, but we'll take it. Well, it's going to be unfortunate for you, Brad, because in the next social watch streaming, social watching stream, we'll definitely have some tag that you'll just have to sit through and suffer. I'm confused. Oh, is there a thing up here? Nope. Semyase was a creator on YouTube Gaming who was one of the early booby streamers coming over to YouTube Gaming. I think she had gotten banned on Twitch, or maybe not, I don't remember, but she was big for, you know, twerking for dollars and other things like that long before Zoe Burger was a thing. After about 4 months on YouTube, she was streaming during the Super Bowl and decided to stream the Super Bowl, received a copyright strike, and created a second channel with a different spelling of her name that she used for a while. I think she's probably still around, but she was one of the people that a lot of the YouTube gaming creators got very upset about because they felt like it was degrading to the rest of the females on the platform, the women on the platform, to have this kind of booby streamer here, that it was not what the platform was all about. Of course, my opinion is always like, if it's not in violation of the community guidelines, it's exactly what it's all about, but they didn't like that answer, so it's an area where there's a lot of consternation over somebody, but she was also just kind of like a bad streamer. Unlike Zoe, she wasn't good at any games, she wasn't particularly entertaining, she wasn't really anything else. She was just showing her boobs and, you know, getting views off of it, which upset some people, so. Alright, so what am I doing now? Am I going this way? Alright. Oh, that's barbed wire, so let's not do that. I'm in trouble. Yep. So Jose, they couldn't afford a house in actual LA, so they had to buy a house far enough out in the boondocks that they can't get working internet to stream. So they currently have, like, they're working on getting an office set up so that they'll be able to stream, but the moment they don't stream, because they don't have internet that supports it. Which is kind of shitty, but also, like, super unsurprising because the US is a hellhole of shitty internet, so rural internet especially is really terrible. And we all know that living in LA kind of sucks. Oh shit, how about I not like, hey, a short fence. Let's jump over it and then fall down a 40-story building. Sounds like a great idea. Good job, Chris. I mean, it is not clear to me that whether they didn't do research or whether there really just wasn't anything else that they could afford, or whether they got promises from an ISP that then didn't get carried out. So there was a desire to do fiber optics, but it just didn't work out or something. I don't know. So yeah, rural internet sucks, Max. It's one of the reasons that Microsoft is currently investigating like a TV white spaces pilot. So TV white spaces are basically the gaps between the former analog TV bands that are now no longer needed and are not really used for anything. And so there's a lot going on right now to use those as you know, they're now like a new unlicensed spectrum, and so investigating those as a way to do long-distance broadband, because TV signals obviously had a frequency range which could be transmitted over long distances, is something that Microsoft is currently interested in doing as a pilot. So their plan is to invest like $4 billion or something like that into it over the next 4 years to try and get 2 million people in rural spaces online who are currently not online. So that's not improving the bandwidth necessarily of existing users, but of taking users who are still stuck on dial-up, of whom there are still many people around the world, and fixing that situation. That's right. Pow! Taking your gun. Online. On the line. Online. Alright. Fuck shooting people with guns. Alright. So we got some high voltage fence here. So we're gonna have to go around that somehow. Ah, we gotta go up this pipe. There we go. Up the building. On the pipe. Why is this guy not shooting at me? Nobody knows. Oh, that wasn't, sorry, that wasn't Silicon Valley. That was, the internship. I was confusing my Chris GC8 references for a moment there. I've actually now seen the internship, which was not the case for a long time, so I actually know references from that.
There's an elevator ahead. I've managed to unlock it. Take it to the server room. You should be able to get to the top floors and gate from there.
Yeah, I mean, Zoe Berger may just not be that smart. I agree. She may not have thought of these things. I may be giving her too much credit. Oh, shit. There's like a helicopter flying outside, attacking me. That seems like a bad thing.
It looks like the security doors to the roof are closed. Okay. If you destroy those servers, their emergency protocol should automatically unlock the doors. I hope. Good luck, baby.
Yeah, so the idea of the booby streamer house is interesting to me, but I think the problem that I have is that Zoe and her crew...
Sounds like they've taken Kate to the roof. They've got a chopper coming in. You'll have to be quick. What the...
Uh-oh. They shot my support staff. That's bad. That was goofy. Alright, cool. Whatever. Okay, that didn't go so well. So airplanes for wireless is going to be hard. So Google's trying with balloons, and I think Facebook is trying with drones. I think what's going to happen with high altitude drones is still very much up in the air, and it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But well, so the problem, Jose, is that like Google as a company has a hugely stigmatic approach to sex. So I don't think that we're able to be the fix to that problem, because we depend too much on traditional advertisers, and traditional advertisers are not willing to participate in any website that follows a more realistic set of sexual norms, which means that pretty much everything about what we do is going to have to be following the typical fucked up, like, hyper Puritan US sexual norms. And I don't think there's going to be a way to prevent that or fix that. It's unfortunate. I would love for Google to be a company that did fix that problem. I just don't think it's possible. Great. Awesome. I mean, they can, but the reality is that YouTube has to care not just in the revenue section, but in every way. So this is the reason why the community guidelines are what they are, and they're constantly going to be wanting to be in a position where they're flaunting them. So I just don't know that it's going to work out. I destroyed one of them. Hello, Celso. I need another gun or something? I don't know what to do. Nothing's telling me what to do. I have a tell me what to do button and it's not working. I don't know what to do now. Alright, Flame Gremlin, long time no see. How have maybe, but I just don't know if YouTube is going to let booby streamers play Mario. Like, that's my fear, is that we're just not going to do the right thing here. Okay, so I need to destroy these other things. Yeah, sure. Just punch a server to death. That seems like it would be realistic. You just punch web servers and they catch on fire, right? I don't know why that doesn't make sense. It's good to see you. Yeah. All 4 banks have failed.
Appropriate emergency services have been notified.
Alright, that's not working. So somewhere there was like a door? I don't know. Like I said, I'm in like the final area of this game and I have no idea where to go. I have kicked a server actually. But yeah, so it's less that I think it could backfire, just that I think it may not work at all. So I think that they're prepared for some of that. But oh, now my doors are open. Cool. That makes sense. Video surveillance. Your city, your mayor. Roof access. That's where Kate is. There's also a helicopter, so this isn't going to be good, but whatever. Nope, that didn't work. Barbed wire, barbed wire. Is there another door I missed? Nope. This way. And I don't think they'll go hard, but I just feel like Zoe seems to explicitly want to walk the line on being a creator who is sexual, and I'm not sure that that's gonna work. Okay, so the clicking is in the game. Like, she wants to be softcore porn, and it's not clear to me that softcore porn is gonna work on YouTube. That's all. What am I missing? What am I missing? Which, it wouldn't be a problem if YouTube was, like, one of the few non-porn video streaming sites, right? Like, I wouldn't mind this if I didn't feel like it meant that nobody was. Oh, I can just hop over this. Okay. That would be what I'm missing. Roof access. Here we go. I'm not sure Mixer will either. It's owned by Microsoft. Microsoft has the same concerns. Oh, hey, Gaming Lore. I totally missed you. Alright. This is my sister. Hello, sister.
Hello, Faith.
Hello.
Jack, if you couldn't...
Attitudes like that. Well, that's exactly why I could.
Who's behind this?
Let's just say I know who the bigger fish are.
Callahan. Why us? We're no threat.
Classic warfare. Break the lines of communication. Shoot the messengers. Without hope. And without the runners. Your clients. Those who just won't let go of the old city will be cut off. Vulnerable. And this city can clean up the last of its dregs.
Are you gonna shoot my sister?
Start.
I prefer to think of it as an ending. Still, you did a remarkably good job of coaxing out all those loose ends surrounding Pope's demise.
Demise, aka I killed him.
You can't live on the edge all your life, Faith. Sooner or later, you have to jump.
So I've got to jump after this helicopter. He says jump, and immediately the bar turns red. It is very clear what the intent is here. Jump for helicopter. Oh shit, he shot the pilot. I hate it when that happens. Oh no! Save my sister! Whoa! Good job, Faith. You saved your sister. Hat spin. Oh, they totally are, Chris GC8. I don't know what happened to them, but I guess that's the end of the game. I won. Yay! Good job, me. All right. So given that the gaming lawyer has joined us, we actually have an obligation that we need to perform here. You know, and those of you who are longtime viewers know what it is. It's time for Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk. That was the wrong button. I meant to push this button. And push this button.
Brian Wilson, Texas Law Hawk! Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk! Talons of justice! Due process! Do wheelies! It's hot out here! Brian Wilson! El Halcon de la Ley! Brian Wilson, the Texas Law Hawk! Let it go.
Alright, now we're back. So, we finished the game. Pretty cool. And we'll probably end up playing Mirror's Edge Catalyst at some point in the future. I would say give it another month or so and we'll pull that one out. Any percent run. I finished my beer. And I'm just thinking, what should I do? What should I do? Alright, so let me pull us this up. You guys don't care about politics. YouTube finally has an option for blocking comments with links in them. We watched Parkour. Where's my tequila? Might have taken it downstairs. Call the lady. We should talk to Senator Warren. Call Senator Warren. Make our voice heard. We gotta pick some. I don't know if I feel strongly enough to swear about clean water. But I feel strongly enough to swear about rejecting Trump care. So we're gonna call Senator Warren, who we know agrees with us. But we're gonna call her anyway and let her know how we feel about Trump care. I just realized I left the stupid noisy air conditioner on the whole time, so you probably couldn't hear a word I said for like the past 2 hours. Sorry about that. 2 hours, 45 minutes, whatever. MWB Arts, there's a button in your community settings that allows you to, if you click it, all comments with links will be counted as spam and go into your like filtered for spam queue, so you don't have to see them anymore.
Thank you for calling the office of Senator Elizabeth. Sorry no one was available to take your call. Please leave a message with your name, phone number, and address or email address. Have a great day.
Good evening, Senator Warren. I'm calling to let you know that I strongly oppose the new BCRA bill, or AHCA, whatever you want to call it. This bill is, as far as anyone can tell, fucking terrible. But of course that isn't the most important problem. The most important problem at the moment is that, as I'm sure you know, Mitch McConnell plans to proceed in the Senate with a motion to proceed, despite the fact that there is no agreement on the type of bill that we would proceed with. He would like to proceed as if perhaps the BCRA is what we'll proceed with, taking some of the moderates in under his wing. Or perhaps what we'll do is a full repeal bill, which will pull people like Rand Paul in. I am extremely scared that we will see 52 senators vote yes on the motion to proceed, and in fact we will see the Senate healthcare bill move to a vote this week, and I am terrified of it. This bill would remove healthcare from 23 million to 32 million Americans, double everyone's premiums, and be an absolutely terrible thing for the nation as a whole. You know all this. And I feel bad even calling you and letting you know this, but I just wanted to reassure you that all of the things that you are doing to fight this bill, whether it's making Facebook posts where thousands of people insult you, or going out in public and making your voice heard, matters so much to me, and I appreciate what you're doing. I am desperately afraid that this bill will move forward, will fuck over millions of Americans for absolutely no good purpose, and we will all be worse off for it, and I thank you for everything that you can do to make that not happen. My name is Christopher Schmidt. I'm a constituent from Cambridge, Massachusetts, living at 17 Laurel Street, 02139, and thank you for listening to my message. How's it going, Judge Gaming? I am just fine. Meg, how's it going? Are you no longer Meg's Life? I did not ask her how it is to work with Bismarcky. I am sorry. They don't call me back because I usually don't leave my phone number. When I call during the day, I do get staffers. So I've talked to a bunch of different staffers before. And, you know, usually, again, I'm calling about things that they are they support the position I support because I live in Massachusetts, and so the majority position is the Democratic or liberal position. But I just want to call and give them the support that they're doing the right thing. You know, they're getting massive abuse, like literally, like if you look at this, right? If we pull up Liz Warren, right? Now, one of the things that I've tended to, now Facebook actually has a, like, you are a constituent, you know, little flag on your posts, and so when you read through the comments you can see that, and so, but when you look at these 562 comments, there's a lot of them that are, oops, hold on, button, who's got the button? Okay, so healthcare bill's a bad example because everyone agrees on the healthcare bill. Oh, interesting. Speaker Paul Ryan will be here soon. Interesting. All right, different thing. Let's go through here. So if we look at the comments that she gets, like overall, like puking comments and Pocahontas and other things like that, like Kid Rock has my vote, make America great again, fixing to rock your world, blah, blah, blah. Kid Rock will send these dirty old dinosaurs back to prehistoric times. The election is in the bag for Kid Rock. The Democratic Party has collapsed. Calling Warren delusional. Can't believe how stupid you are. You know, sick woman. How does it feel to serve Trump? The worst of Elizabeth Warren with the Pocahontas, you know, picture. Like, this is what she deals with all the time. Like, this is terrible. You know, it sucks. It sucks. And I realize that, like, again, you don't have to agree with her. You don't have to like her. But, like, this kind of shit is garbage. Like, this is just, like, you are a garbage person. And it's just bad. Just bad. The whole thing's bad. Just bad. Bad all the way down. Anyway, so that is why I call Liz Warren and leave spicy messages. She filled out her Harvard application and indicated that she's like 1/16th Indian or something along those lines. Something like that. I don't know exactly. It came up on Bill Maher, apparently. Mocked the Massachusetts senator for claiming she has Native American ancestry. So,
You've carried on your...
It's terrible. It's just bigoted garbage. So why is there like a Rocket League stream showing up on my screen? Why Donald Trump calls Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. Self-proclaimed Native American heritage came up during Warren's 2012 run for Senate. She's claimed Cherokee and Delaware Indian heritage, citing family stories, but doesn't have any documentation. And so this is like a 1/32nd American Indian. Nobody has proven existence, blah, 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 blah. So she claims some Native American ancestry throughout her family based on family stories, and they can't prove it. Yeah, so that was what I was thinking. Golf or Rocket League? Give me a vote. Golf or Rocket League? I can do either. We got one vote for golf. Do we have two? 2 votes for golf. 2 votes for golf. Do we have 3? Golf with Brad Pritchard. Golf. Got it. And more drinks. Okay, so we will, based on the votes that we've got so far, be doing golf. But before we do that, I am going to go... Yeah, Nixie, I just finished Mirror's Edge. That is the end of it. So we've got a lot of golf votes, so we'll do some golf. I'll hop in Discord and hang out with Brad, and we'll play an hour or 2 of golf. After which, I will go to bed. Or maybe we'll do some social watching. I don't know. But yeah, so golf with Brad. Politics are spicy edition. But before that, I'm actually going to get some more beer. So in the meantime, listen to something. I'm going to listen to. Talked about that. Talked about that. Okay, here we go. This seems relevant. A lot of different people use Discord in their streaming setups. And there's various ways that people do this. Some people use it for you know, people who are talking in the background but not hearable in the stream. You know, you can talk to me, but you can hear me, and I can hear you, but the stream can't hear you. Some people use it as like a way of communication, and obviously in some cases this is like a part of the stream, right? I know that, you know, people who are playing H1Z1 or Underground, Player Battleground Undergrounds, or whatever it's called, will use Discord as a way of team communication. And in that case, where you're talking like you're actually playing on a team, you're playing a game, I could, like, that makes sense, right? Like, you're playing on a team, you're part of the team, and so long as you've got a group of people who kind of know how to shut up, this is an okay thing. But sometimes people use it as just like a general, like, hey, come and hang out with me and chat, and I think that can be difficult, especially when you're using, you know, the same thing over and over again, or the same group over and over again, and they're not really part of the event. You know, it can be difficult when people don't really have a sense of the etiquette that goes into creating content when you're not working with them to, you know, train them to be a co-host. Because I think co-hosts are great, right? I've talked before about the fact that one of the differences between interesting radio and streams to some extent is a co-host. You know, you have someone to banter with, you have someone to play off, you have someone who's going to be able to take some of the load off when you just can't think of anything to say. But when you just have these groups of people, it can be much more, you know, different than that. And really the worst, as far as I'm concerned, is when someone's talking to other people that they can hear and you can't hear. And I've seen this in a bunch of streams, it feels like, at this point. I feel like I go into streams and I just, like, people are talking to things I can't hear. And it really doesn't actually matter to me whether it's Discord, you know, voices in your head, or whether it's stream chat on another service. If I can't see or hear what you're responding to, then it's very difficult for me to feel engaged. I feel like, you know, the illusion that I am the important person in this conversation goes away. The illusion that I'm hanging out in the room with you goes away if you're talking to people I can't see. So, I mean, people all look at this in different ways, and, you know, on the Sunday mornings, I've been playing golf with Brad Pritchard for, you know, about half the weeks over the past couple of months, and I like, you know, that's not true. About half the weeks over the last month, and I've done it a couple times before, and I'll hop on Discord and we'll talk, and we'll, you know, talk about various things about the game and about everything else like that. But it's a small stream, and I think that kind of works. And, you know, all these other people I've seen doing this in this much bigger environment, I think it's just difficult. It's difficult when someone's responding to something I can't hear, or, you know, I tune in for one person and what I hear is a bunch of other voices, you know, a cacophony of voices, or sometimes even the same voice over and over again that can be, you know, not what I'm looking for necessarily. So, like I said, depends on the game, depends on the stream, depends on what there is, you know, depends on the mood you set, and certainly if this has always been what you do, it's what you do. But I think training people to be co-hosts is a thing you can do, and I'm totally for that. But be careful by just inviting people who don't have kind of streaming etiquette to wander in. It's very difficult when I walk in and what I perceive is not that you and someone else are broadcasting to me, but you and someone else are talking and happen to be recording it for me. Those are two very different impressions I get, and the difference matters for me. Yeah, so that's past CPG giving you a little message on the types of things that we're going to do tonight. But yeah, so I can now bring Brad back into the picture, and let me just push this button here. Hello, Brad.
Hey, Chris.
We've now got Brad here in the stream. Brad Pritchard, our good friend, your good friend and mine. And let's see if I'm actually picking this up on. You should say something again, Brad.
And you should probably play courses that I have on my computer because my internet seems like shit today.
Gotcha. Brad is an excellent co-host. I really enjoy actually our streams together. I think that it's been awesome to kind of build up a repertoire of, you know, being able to do this together. We're gonna play Victory Village again. I liked Victory Village when we played it, so.
Alright.
And you
I think I'm getting the hang of these tour clubs, so I'm getting a little better.
Alright. Yeah, so we're gonna open up our table beer, Everyday Saison from Mystic. This one doesn't have a pretentious set of words I can read, I don't think, but it is a 4.3% farmhouse ale, so I should be able to drink this and not get immediately drunk before I make it to the third hole, so that's good. It's got a lot of fizz to it. Anyway, I'm the Chris who plays games. We're playing some Golf Club 2 with guest host Brad Pritchard. Good morning, Brad from China.
I'm hungover.
On the other side of a very bad internet connection. You're hungover?
Yes.
I gotta turn on turn order because you have to turn that on every time in this game.
I'd rather not remember. I think the course is actually downloading again.
Oh, really?
Something since the golf club won.
I just don't know what I can do to help. All right, that was a really bad first shot. Well,
maybe literally no golf courses on my computer. It just makes you download them every single time. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, yeah. It's not really a hangover if you never stop drinking, says Jess.
I could start drinking. Just ate something, so the hangover is slowly receding.
Can you guys hear Brad at least a little bit okay? Is he too quiet? Should I make him louder?
Did remember to put my microphone on the table rather than on the floor, though, so I'm doing pretty good, I think, in terms of streaming technology.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an important and valuable lesson in streaming. Is definitely the microphone on the floor picks up sound better than otherwise. I gotta turn him down a little bit then.
1 out of every 20 times I start a stream, I just leave my microphone on the floor until somebody tells me 5 minutes later that they can't hear. Like, oh,
yeah,
for good reason. Turn order.
I am having a really hard time getting started on this course, so I think you're gonna definitely outperform me on the first hole. That's for sure.
Got some serious fucking wind here.
Yeah, I didn't really pay attention to that, but that might have been part of my problem. Hello, Matthew Melange. Melange? I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Super well.
Oh, well, maybe this will work out. Go, go, go!
Are you cheering for my shot to get worse?
No, I wanted to do better.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Finally seeing your drive, and yeah, that's not ideal.
No, pretty much none of my first 3 shots were ideal.
I think the second shot's gonna go really well. I think you're just remembering it wrong.
I feel pretty confident.
Yep. I feel like you're gonna knock that next one right in the hole for the bird.
Good night, Van Helsing. Have a great night. It is not a lapel mic, Chris GC8. It's just a stand mic that sits on his table. So like a blue something, right?
I've got a some American brand. I can't remember what it's CAD.
Oh, okay.
Well, that didn't go where I thought it would.
I think it hit that tree.
Oh. That was a possibility that I couldn't deny.
I do like that my screen showed you landing in the middle of the bunker, which clearly is not how it happened on your screen.
Oh, it is not. I would have certainly... Oh, God. Now I'm in the bunker. It was just reading the future.
Yeah, that's a different part of the beach than I would have expected you to be in. Well, it's good that you and I are both going to have a very shitty first hole. That's at least we're equivalent on that.
I think my claims of being better with the tour clubs were false. Categorically false.
I mean,
that's not... For saying them.
I mean, better is relative. You were pretty shitty with them before.
I was pretty good yesterday. I played the one of the society's tournaments, and I got like a 7 under.
That's nice. That's nice. That's good.
That's how I felt too. But I can't hit flops. If you get the speed wrong on a flop, that's what happens.
Oh no!
Yeah. So flopping. Hard now.
Yeah, so what's happened is that we started out with a set of clubs in the Golf Club 2, which were much easier than the clubs we shot in the Golf Club 1, but they have less range. So shooting in the with the easy clubs, oh man, I hope that was just gonna go in, but it did not.
Charm, but it was substantially an improvement over the previous one.
Yes. So in order to get clubs with longer reach, you have to switch to more difficult clubs. There are 3 levels of clubs. They're basically the easy default, the medium that I'm playing with, and the hard that Brad is playing with. And
I thought that by just continuing to use the difficult clubs, I would improve. I'm no longer sure that's the case.
I mean, I think you are making progress, but it's just going to be a slower improvement cycle than you'd like.
Terrified of flops now, which used to be the easiest shot in the game. You can just literally shank them if you don't do the right speed.
Yeah, so a lot of what... Oh my god, seriously? Can't believe I missed that.
Didn't go in?
No.
Ouch. My handicap almost down to 0, but I think it's going to be going back up after this round.
Alright, I've got the honors, it looks like. Are we going to golf at the same time? Is that how that's going to work? 10 mile per hour wind.
Showing no mercy.
Oh, no. Everything about that shot was wrong.
Mine too. I'm going for this path to try to get some extra distance.
Oh, I wasn't quite that wrong, I don't think, but I'm in a deep rough, it looks like.
I'm going to say that was an excellent drive. 324 yards. I'm well in the rough, but who cares?
Did it bounce off that path? Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, yeah.
It went up the hill and it almost made it back to the path.
That's a nice little set of, that's probably the longest drive you've ever had.
I've been playing Brandon Wiley's courses where he has 200-foot drops, so I've hit some pretty long drives.
I see.
He came into my stream yesterday with a new course that was a little more based in reality. It was pretty good.
I don't know what to do here. My shot is 52%. I don't have any chance of having.
I would just club down and hit an iron. I don't see any future in this.
The way that my golfer swung his club at the end there indicates that maybe he didn't really like that swing. Oh well, Falcon Man, it's good to see you. I was mentioning you earlier tonight.
I didn't turn on my second monitor, so I'm not seeing the chat. So if anybody says anything that requires a response from me, let me know.
Okay. So shanking flops sounds like a hate crime was brought up by Nick C. Max Joseph explained how hard it is to fap, and then explained that he was really talking about flopping and not fapping.
I didn't quite make it out of the heavy cabbage.
You did make it over the water, though, which I did not, so... Yeah.
Timing's all off.
I feel...
Fast.
Or Chaos, I do feel like my golf outfit is really pretty much to die for, so...
I think yours is a little too conservative.
That's right, Waffle Scratch. We got the Golf Club 2 going on here. With myself and Brad Pritchard streaming live from China.
A really good shot, Chris.
Jess would like to run away from CPG and live with you in a ramshackle apartment decorated by garbage and Shanghai. So you'll need to let her know as soon as possible.
Ramshackle about my beautiful apartment, so I can't help.
Hello, Zio Kim. Good to see ya. And Lady Wendy, good to see you as well. So we got Falcon Man, Max Joseph, Waffle Scratch, Zio Kim, painstakingly played, Lady Wendy, Org Chaos.
Oh, come on!
I think he said
was going right in.
So I think we didn't hear your comment about your the ramshackleness of your apartment.
It's got one garbage adjacent piñata. That's the only real problem.
Oh my god, seriously? It's saying he doesn't have a ramshackle apartment, he only has garbage piñata. Deliberately Creative, Slim Gamer Man, Gaming Lawyer, all these people are still here, enjoying our lovely golf playthrough. There's a lighthouse in the background. I like lighthouses. Look, I have a lighthouse right here.
Lighthouse enthusiast, which makes the New England a great place for you.
Yeah. This is Boston Light that I'm holding up to the camera here.
Heading back to even pair.
Ugh, you got that birdie on me. I should have gotten the birdie.
I'm probably gonna botch this though.
That was a short par 5.
Exactly as intended. I did not expect that.
Wow, that was a perfect shot.
Yeah, that had it all, right?
Perfect, and the straight line. So, well, Falcon Man, I was just saying that you know, you don't always make it here, but I love it every time you do. Is basically what I said. I've really enjoyed having all the people here. We were talking about the fact that I've now got 3,000 subs. And what that means to me, and really that I value everyone who makes it to my streams, and I'm super happy to have them here. So, you are obviously included in that.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. This break is kind of terrifying.
I'm putting uphill, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, no! That's pretty shitty, Mikey L. the Gamer. Mikey L. the Gamer said some goofballs had the gall to interrupt his stream by barging in and roughing up his brother-in-law.
Really? That does sound kind of terrible. That putt.
It's being dealt with. Why do I have Hunter S. Thompson sunglasses? Because I want to. I'm sorry to hear about that, Mike. Oh! Nice.
Uh-oh. Sound like the putts are just gonna keep coming for good old C.R. Schmidt.
No,
yeah.
I
That
got
went
in.
right in.
I got in.
Okay. You sounded like it wasn't going in.
I was scared.
Rightfully so. All putts are scary. I can drive for the green. I won't make it, but I can try it. I thought my backswing was slow, but it turns out by some miracle it's fast. I just don't know. Not gonna like this shot, I don't think.
No, I feel like that's going to be a rough spot for you. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Mike. That sucks.
Was not as intended, but I think you're gonna be fine.
I think so too. I think I may even end up better off than you.
I would prefer your shot to mine. That's correct. I shouldn't have said I'm going for the green, even though I know I can't make it. I should have said I'm clubbing down, so I have a reasonable second shot.
Ugh, my approach is going to be a little bit far, but I should be okay. Yeah, so Waffle Scratch, I'm not sure which shot you were saying was good. Brad's drive was good, but it puts him really close. When you're within 25 yards, it can be difficult to lob. Sorry, to flop.
Will be tried.
It was easier in Golf Club 1 to flop up to about 20 yards, but they removed the percentage indicators from the game, which mess with some of our ability to do some pretty easy seeming shots. Yeah, Zio Kim mentions that they're not used to you being the disembodied voice. They're used to it being the other way around.
This is I mean, we do this every once in a while on your stream, because sometimes you do actually finish games.
That's right. Yeah, I was considering just bailing early.
I could kind of tell that you were thinking that.
I was really close, but we could have just watched videos. I've got like 47 videos in my social watch playlist at the moment.
Oh, I don't want to watch your those.
You don't want to watch what?
Egg.
Well, there's only one tag video in it. It's 2 minutes out of a 4.5 hour long playlist, so I think you probably would have been okay.
Probably would have been, but I'm a bit whiny.
Really? You whiny?
I'm never whiny, honestly.
But yeah,
I've broken up with women because they're too whiny. I can't tolerate whininess.
But yeah, so Wendy, I am not a golf player at all, like in real life. I have learned most of what I know about golf from watching Brad play it on stream. I do know that if you get the ball in the hole with one less stroke than you're supposed to, oh, that's good, Super Fox 5, that the weather calmed down, then it's a birdie. If it's two less
Really
than you're supposed to,
paths.
then it's an eagle, and no one ever gets an albatross, although sometimes you get a hole-in-one. The CPG rant today was the world is more complicated than you think. Brad indicated that he feels that the world is not more complicated than he thinks, but I stand by the fact that he is wrong. The world is more complicated than he thinks.
It just happens to be that I'm a lot smarter than most people.
I mean, you are a lot smarter than most people, but I would estimate that the world is still more complicated than you think. That worked out really well. I like that shot.
I think the most important thing that wasn't included in your rant is knowing about known unknowns and stuff like that. If you're good at classifying those things, the world will be a lot more comprehensible.
Good about no? Were you saying your known unknowns and your unknown unknowns?
Limiting the number of unknown unknowns and being aware of the known unknowns are the keys to being a smart person.
Yep. So Super Fox 5, I saw your stream title the other day was "Should I run ads on my videos?" or something along those lines. So just so you know that my personal opinion is that I technically monetize my videos, my live streams, but don't run any ads on them. And so what that means is that I don't actually get any pre-roll ads or annoying ads for people, but oh, excuse me. I still get YouTube Red revenue. So YouTube Red revenue, I get something along the lines of 50 cents per stream, and that way no one is bothered by my ads, but I still make some money. Not that it really matters, but that's what I do.
A really nice swing. But too fair. Yeah.
I don't think this plan goes too far enough.
Are you referencing something I'm not aware of?
Yeah, Futurama. Oh, god damn it.
Boy, did you
I was in your
it?
I was in your stream for no, I didn't barely touch it. I was in your stream for like 20 minutes yesterday, Super Fox 5.
Comeback putt much, I don't think.
Yeah, so all you people using YouTube Red are currently basically just giving me a free 5 cents per hour of revenue. And so I make on average about 40 to 50 cents for each one of my streams, which means that like people who have YouTube Red spend like 10 or 11 hours watching my streams most of the time, which is pretty cool.
Didn't quite make it, but I'm pretty happy with how that putt went.
My game is just kind of paused, waiting for something to be transmitted over the internet, apparently.
That's weird.
I don't know what CCNA is at all, Falcon Man, so I think the answer is there is no benefit. So, Super Fox 5, the reality is that you're only going to make about $1 per 1,000 views in general in pre-roll ads. And so it's... unless you're getting a lot of views, whether you run ads or not is kind of like irrelevant. And my feeling is that for most small creators, the annoyance value of ads isn't worth the revenue you get from it.
Nice shot, Chris.
Yeah, too bad it didn't go in. Been nice. Brad, again, staying 1 stroke ahead of me, I think. Maybe 2.
I got a birdie. Looks like you're going for par.
Yeah, got another par.
No, I overcame that hideous drive and got the birdie.
Well, I think you have to keep in mind that ads are a really shitty value transfer mechanism. They're, you know, and the fact that you get to drive more YouTube Red revenue than you're paying for doesn't mean you're a net loss for YouTube. It just means that you're taking up other people's... Wow, that did not go super well for you.
Didn't go well.
No, it did not.
Decided to place the ball on the path.
I mean, it feels like... Now, did you... Oh, you put the ball on the path? Okay.
I dropped it right on the path.
Take care, Disguise Falling. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. As always. As always, I am the Chris who plays games, playing retro games every Monday at 9:15, and whatever the fuck I feel like every Friday at 9:15. Tonight we're playing some golf with Brad Pritchard, streaming live with us from Shanghai, China. Thank you all for being here and enjoying your time here, I hope. If you're not enjoying your time, feel free to hit that dislike button. If you are enjoying your time, feel free to hit that like button. And remember to subscribe for more awesome CPG talking gameplay. Oh, Cisco Certified Network Associate. So Cisco networking experience is super valuable if you're going to work as a network engineer. Pretty much all of the people that I work with on the CDN software at Google have had some experience at Cisco. Some of them are Cisco employees. Some of them are Cisco, administrators for many years and other things like that. So definitely some valuable stuff. Take care. This guy is falling. Have a great night. Brad is one jump ahead of the breadline, one swing ahead of the sword, says Nick C. I don't know that reference. Sounds like a music thing.
3 cart paths. My drives are dead on.
Alright.
I don't like this shot that you have. Mine was better. I've already wasted a stroke by going in the water, so.
I think that came out pretty well.
Yeah, it came out really well. It's a good shot. Like, you're gonna take the honors unless you epically botch this. This green looks pretty easy. And still get a par. Man, that would be sweet.
Ah! One jump ahead of the breadline, one swing ahead of the sword. Da 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 da. That's what we're referring to, apparently. It was the Aladdin song. The earliest game that Super Fox 5 Gaming has ever played was Pebble Beach Golf Links on the Sega Genesis. It is so nostalgic to him.
My
Boom,
day was all
shakalaka.
about links for PC, which we've discussed before.
That's right, links for PC, where you've got balloons. I feel like they have balloons.
It also
in
made an appearance in the X-Files.
Really? I did not know that.
There's one episode where this like some sort of Black Ops guy and Mulder switched bodies, and he went back to DC instead of doing FBI work. He was just sitting there playing Links on his computer.
Gotcha. Come on! Nope.
I thought it was gonna be fine.
It was not.
That's not the bounce you needed.
I steal only what I can afford, and that's everything. Da 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 da. I don't know Aladdin songs at all.
Oh, I don't know if I need this much club, but I guess we'll find out the hard way. I got the perfect. Probably gonna make it go too fair. It's fine.
A whole new
man, that slope to the right is serious. I remember A Whole New World. That one seems like it's retained its popularity better.
Zio Kim is surprised there was an episode where Mulder swapped bodies. What's the scores? The score is that I am 1 shot up and Brad is 2 shots under. So he's got 3 shots ahead on me in this game so far.
I'm busy pretending that first hole never happened. I feel that I'm 4 under.
I don't believe that's a reasonable thing to pretend. Yeah, wish that would have gone a little bit farther.
Traffic's getting really heavy on this course.
Yeah, I mean, what we found is that when there are planes on a course, there's a lot of planes.
I would like for there to be more than 2 planes viewable at some point. That would be nice for me.
Aladdin is Nixie's second favorite Disney movie.
X2
Say that again?
likes Fantasia because of the weird racist stuff in it.
Little Mermaid is his favorite. The chick who played the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers movie is going to play Jasmine in the live-action version of Aladdin, so that probably will not be a classic, according to Mikey L. the Gamer. Will Smith is going to be the genie? That's a bad thing. It was Robin Williams the first time, right? Or am I misremembering? Is that going to be a racist comment? Was it Robin Williams?
Heard he will not be making a return for various reasons.
Yeah. He's dead, right? That's the reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making.
Also, they had a bunch of other Aladdin movies back when Disney's direct-to-video thing was still pretty big, and he refused to take part in those for some reason I can't remember. It wasn't just because they're crappy direct-to-video things, though.
I'm sorry, Falcon Man, that you're not able to play with us. Yeah, I basically every time I say a popular culture thing, I am vaguely concerned that I'm being racist in some way, because I pretty much don't know the names of anyone, and so, all the black guys are Samuel L. Jackson, all the Asian guys are, I don't know, Jackie Lee or something.
Is Jackie Lee a real person, or are you just combining
I'm combining Bruce Lee with Jackie Chan, I think, so... I don't even know if Bruce Lee is Asian. Being dead didn't stop Peter Cushing from being in Rogue One.
Good point.
Robin Williams didn't want Disney to use his celebrity to sell their movie, and they put his character center and large on the poster. So that's one of the reasons that apparently he was on the outs with Disney. Jackie Lee. Zio Kim is surprised by my Jackie Lee reference.
How would she be surprised by that?
I mean,
I stink again. I'm not playing well.
Yeah, so the scores at the moment, for the record, I am 1 over, Brad is 1 under. I don't assume, so this is one of the videos in my thing. I don't assume Li Zhang. 17% of Chinese people, or 70% of people in China's last name is like Zhang or something like that. So Jackie Lee.
There are shockingly low numbers of family names.
Yeah, there's like
lots of Lees, lots of Zhongs, lots of Wongs.
Yeah. So basically, this is the result of a long-term culture that last name proliferation dies out, especially in our current cultural norm of the male's name propagates, that you get these every generation another last name dies out. And so one of the social watching videos is actually about the kind of decline of the number of last names.
I think it's even more extreme in China. For what reason, I'm not exactly sure. We have to probably look into the fact that things were strongly clan-based, and you'd see just a big group of people all with the same name.
Apparently, Dan Castellaneta voiced the genie in the other Aladdin things, who is the person who does Homer in The Simpsons.
He's in The Simpsons.
Did not know that. I know Nancy Cartwright is Bart.
That Nancy Cartwright, I believe, is a creepy Scientologist.
Really? I did not know that.
Only kind of Scientologist there is.
I think you should just hang out here, Mike. Despite everything being calm in your life, I feel like you being here with me is much more important to me. So I would suggest doing that. But I realize that my personal opinions are not necessarily going to drive your choices in life.
That's just not right.
Oh,
they really should.
This green is kind of uphillish.
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere, huh? Well, I'll be aiming right for the pin, as is my tendency, so... 60 yards, uh-oh. Between distances, that's not good for me.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
Be fine.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
I'm back, Chris. After that 2-hole vacation, I'm back on that birdie train.
Well, you're not there yet. There's a break.
I don't like much of one. I think I'll be fine. Apparently, yesterday the temperature reached 105 here, which is why it felt awful.
Wow, 105 is super hot. It was only 94 here today, I think.
There's also about 95% humidity. I hate China in the summer. It's just a terrible fucking place.
Sorry, I just realized that my camera was blocking all of the stuff in the upper right corner. And so I had to move it. God damn it! I missed it. Misread that break drastically.
I thought you were saying, God damn it, that was a great putt. But
nope,
apparently you weren't doing
that was not what I was saying. You are correct.
You think there's a chance that I will miss this? I strongly disagree.
I don't think there's a chance you'll miss it. I was just telling you to not be cocky.
I like being cocky.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like what, the double bogey here?
Regular bogey, isn't it?
Single bogey, yeah. Still.
Wasn't that bad.
I had a good reach for a birdie putt, which would have
been rough and couldn't get an easy approach.
Is air conditioning common in the inner cities of China, Brad?
Yes, it is. Most places will have air conditioning. Central air conditioning is shockingly rare, but plenty of air conditioning.
Oh yeah, so the question is, has anyone seen Spider-Man Homecoming, which I assume you have not, Brad?
Assume correctly. I would never watch a Spider-Man movie unless I had some strange, compelling... Oh boy, I'm going in the water again.
This is not going to go well for you. Stop, stop, stop. Don't bounce. Stay right
Too
there.
hard.
There you go.
Of course, there's a little fence there, which kind of helped me. I didn't come into play, actually, but it made me feel more confident.
Yeah. Ooh, my downswing was super fast.
You're not using the tour clubs. That would have been a complete disaster.
Excuse me. Why am I sneezing?
Oh. Good shots. I'm flopping. Uh-oh, I didn't do it right. But it's fine. It survived. It's actually probably better than if I'd actually flopped it correctly. Shank!
That was great. Thank you very much, SuperFox5.
So I recommend changing to the tour clubs, pulling out the lob wedge for a flop, and then completely mishitting it. It works. With your clubs, I don't think it could be predictable because yours don't go quite as crazy when you don't hit it right. Nice shot.
Yep. Yeah, recovering the par after landing in the weeds on the rocks there makes me pretty happy. Spider-Man is Falcon
feel pretty
Man's...
good about it, except for the fact that I clearly did not deserve it.
Spider-Man is Falcon Man's favorite hero.
Not hitting this club.
Yep, I think that's reasonable. Nick C's brothers and he collected Spider-Man and X-Men comics when they were kids.
Oh shit. I bought one comic book as a child. One. It was like one issue, not like one series. It was Thor, and then I read it and I was like, why did I buy this? This sucks, and never bought a comic book again.
Reasonable. So did you read through Trump's crazy interview with the New York Times, Brad?
I saw the highlights reported, and it seemed like he's living in another plane of reality.
Yeah. He's, I think he's suffering from dementia of some form. I don't know, like, whether this is Alzheimer's or just the fact that he's a crazy man. I don't know, but I think that he's actually suffering a disconnect from reality. Which sucks, because, you know, He's our chief
President.
executive.
It's somewhat problematic, I'll admit. Well, there's a hill there. Do something weird. It's not gonna do anything that weird.
I got into the... Is that the fringe? The giant fringe.
I don't... Might just be some light rough. I'm not sure. It does just seem... It's just...
Shit.
Talking about how he doesn't particularly care for democracy. And I can sort of see why, because, you know, Trump is acting like a complete crazy person, and the people who support him are just like, yeah, so?
Yeah, that's so frustrating. It's so goddamn annoying. Like... Ugh! God damn, I really wanted that to go in. Yeah, it sucks. Like,
Well, that looked like it deserved to go in.
He's... Yeah, like, Trump being crazy is supposed to be a thing that can be fixed by the checks and balances in our system. And, oh, that did not go very far.
Oh, no, it did not.
And I just can't... I can't understand why... that doesn't bother people. Like, they keep...
That's just shocking.
They keep defending it, like, every day.
It's just turned into, it's basically politics are just a sport and you're on a team. And don't leave that team no matter what. No matter how terrible a person is leading that team.
It's such a... That's terrible. Like, why is that a thing? I don't understand. It drives me crazy.
I think that Republicans, while primarily being evil, are very canny in how they make people affiliate with them.
That's right. Bounce off that rough. Good job.
That's a conveniently placed ridge.
That's right. I mean, so, or chaos, I agree that Trump is absolutely
I love the fact that physics are better in this game, so stuff like that is possible.
Yes. He's a product of entitlement beyond any kind of normal sense of an American entitlement. And that is 100% true. Like, I get that. But, so he's still so, like, the normal, like, rich person sense of disconnected from reality, like, the Arrested Development, like, it's a one banana, Michael. How much could it cost? $12? Is very much the, like, the Trump style of entitlement, right? And so that doesn't even bother me, like, on the whole. Like, that's just not a thing. But I honestly, I don't actually fully believe that Republicans have historically put party ahead of country this much. Like, they have always been the party of like, you know, law and justice and all that other stuff. It's so weird to me how they can, like live with a cognitive dissonance of not being like that.
Chris, I think it all started pretty much with Nixon.
Was Nixon a Republican? I don't even know what party he is.
Yes. Of course he was.
I don't know. Why is that of course? Not like Democrats don't fuck things up too.
Certainly never made that argument, but he was the originator of the Southern strategy that they still use.
Oh, he is? I didn't know that. I thought it was before him.
Before him was Barry Goldwater, who was a very, very different beast. Not a good one, but...
different, yeah.
And the Southern strategy didn't really become a viable thing until after Johnson, because of the Great Society policies he was trying to enact in the Civil Rights Act and all that stuff. When the Dixiecrats broke off from the Democrats and then eventually joined the Republican Party, and I fucked that up.
I don't know. It is so hard for me to understand the cognitive dissonance of being a Trump supporter on many things at this point. Like, it's not about the things that he wants, right? Like, at this point, I'm even beyond that. Like, we can disagree on whether brown people are people. We can disagree on whether women should be treated as humans. Like, we can disagree on those things, because clearly that's a lost cause at this point that I'm not going to win immediately. But I can't understand why you think Russia directly influencing our elections is a good thing. Like, I don't understand how you can think Putin is better than Clinton. I can't do that. Yeah, but I'm not even concerned about the politicians, Jose. I'm not concerned. Oh, by the way, Prof 420 says hello. I'm not concerned about like the politicians. I'm concerned about the people. The people.
Because yes, if our people weren't like this, we wouldn't have these issues. Oof, I might be joining you. No, I'm fine. Beauty, apparently. Didn't feel like one.
Your fast downswing counteracted your funky swing. But yeah, take care, Nixie. I don't think
hit this one right, or it might hit the hill. I would just hit a medium iron on this one, not even risk it.
Yeah, I agree. Not getting to the green no matter what, so it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. I think any elected official at the national level who's actively trying to do things properly will be drowned out by all the noise.
Yeah, I mean, there's all these, like, Jose says the people are simply morons. Gaming Lawyer points out that conservatives have been conditioned to base their political thinking on anger, scapegoating, and fear, and to disregard contrary facts. And
not untrue.
All of these things are true, but I have a really hard... I guess maybe this is just the failures of our education system to instill the ideas of critical thinking as important, in part. It's just really frustrating to me to know that, like, I like the idea of democracy. I like the idea of power to the people. I like all these things, and it's very difficult for me to accept that this is like a lost cause.
I believe that democracy only really works well in small, homogenous populations. It works great in Sweden. A small, homogenous population.
Yeah.
Putting this, give me a goddamn break.
Putt it.
Putt through like 2 feet of
fringe.
I am not into that. How far away is this?
41 feet.
Pretty far away. 41 feet is like
14 yards.
Yep, 14 yards.
1 foot up.
Oh, I didn't select chip.
Oh no! Oh no!
It went kind of far, but now I can flop it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck me, that was bad. Very delicate flop, which I've been failing at fairly consistently.
Trump supporters
this
have been.
Time, though.
Trump supporters have been.
Oh no! But there's a hill there.
Stop! Not gonna stop.
I wish I hadn't taken that extra shot.
Trump supporters have been brainwashed to believe as fact that liberals and Democrats are the truly horrible people, so they must oppose whatever they propose, even if what they're doing is fighting for our democracy, and that's just insane. I agree. Or that would be insane. It is... I don't know. It's so hard for me to think of as like an entire segment of the U.S. citizenry as brainwashed.
They are, though. Because Republicans get on this high horse about like welfare and all this stuff, and these programs are extremely popular among their user base, but it has absolute user base, their voter base, and it has literally no effect on their popularity.
I can't. So what's next? Like, we split into two countries. Wow, well, nice putt.
What happens is, what we need to have happen. That was a pretty straight putt, Chris. It wasn't too hard. What we need to happen is to find a way to break up the two political parties. The root of a lot of our problems is our two-party system. It's not democracy itself. It's this form of democracy we've chosen.
Okay, fair enough.
We have two huge coalitions that, in all honesty, very little represent their base. Because, like, Republicans, you have, like, an old school, like, let's say Reagan Republican, who's just business-centric. And they've got this weird marriage to the Christian right. Those two groups do not share that many interests. And obviously, I think it's the center group that historically has been using that to their advantage. But since the Tea Party stuff started happening, it's been kind of weird because most mainstream Republicans don't like the Tea Party.
Yeah. Yeah, so
we need our political parties to better reflect their constituencies. And they don't do that very well.
And that's how
I know that you.
Go ahead.
Consider myself a Democrat. Now, I vote Democrat because I don't have any other choice, but I'm not a Democrat. I am far to the left of the Democratic Party's positions on pretty much everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so the reality, well, so is the problem then comes down to any two-party system is flawed in that sense, right? Like, that's not just our current two parties, it's like two parties are bad.
Yes, I would, oh, come on! I would say the two-party system, I like the coalition-style governments you find in Europe. They have their own problems, but I don't think they're nearly as bad as the problems we have in the U.S. that got Donald Trump elected. Then again, Italy has a coalition system, and they got Berlusconi for like 12 years, so no system's perfect. Oh, the sneaky, difficult green.
Yeah. Jose points out he's registered as an independent, but there's nothing to the left of Democrats. So Falcon Man, it's not clear to me that Donald Trump has the ability to process information. Like he builds
evidence that he does not.
He builds his positions entirely based on gut feelings and loyalty checks and other things like that. He's been able to be successful primarily via snake oil, and you don't have to learn to do that. What's gonna happen?
I was hoping he would hit a rock.
Is this just gonna keep going and going and going?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a slant to the green, so I'm still on.
I mean, I think it's not that Trump can't think on the spot. Trump can't think. He just literally,
He's shown no... even a good talker, but people like the way he speaks. I don't understand this, but they do. A certain group of people likes the way he speaks. They think he's straightforward, but he's not. He just says stuff that he thinks people will like, and and all the nasty things he says, yep, people do like him. We also apparently have a lot of angry people in America.
We have a lot of anger. There's like a lot of well-deserved anger about the current state of the country. It's just
it's not being focused in the correct direction.
Yeah, it's like yeah, you have every reason to be angry about the fact that like you are in a society where all of your skills no longer have value, and it's impossible for you to get a job, and all of the businesses on the main street in your town are closed because everyone has moved out to the city. But I feel for you.
That's a reason to be angry.
But and I appreciate your anger, but that's not going to be fixed by sending a bull into the china shop, you know?
No. But people don't have the attention span for complicated answers to complicated questions.
Yeah.
Like, make America great again. They prefer that.
Oh, that did not... Oh, it did... Okay, that shot did not go at all how I expected it to go on either side. At first, it didn't break as much as I thought it was going to, and then at the end, it broke way more, so...
That was a serious break right there at the finish. My shadow's on top of the hole.
It's right on your shoulder. The hole. Nice job.
I haven't been putting too badly. You've had maybe 1 or 2 3 putts, but not much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm staying within 4 of you, pretty much. 2 to 4 is pretty much the range we've had back and forth, which, I mean, I don't think you're playing as well as you'd like, because you're still getting used to these tour clubs, but...
I'm not playing as well as I'd like, but I'm also not playing badly, and I've benefited quite a bit from luck.
But yeah, Orcast was mentioning that he hates how you can't just vote, you have to declare yourself to a party. Doesn't feel you should be forced to a bias.
Oh, that's not going to stay on the fairway.
It might.
It was rolling super fast. There was no way.
Oh.
I should have clubbed down. But you shouldn't have to, at least, because your club doesn't go nearly as far as mine.
But yeah, Falcon Man, I agree that Donald Trump is an idiot. Like, he's just dumb. He's not a smart person. And I think he's the dumbest president we've had in the modern era. That's going to go in the water.
Well, I mean, Reagan was just as dumb because of his Alzheimer's. It's not really the same thing. Well, it might be the same thing, according to you.
I think Trump is dumb and also has Alzheimer's. I think that, like...
Yeah, I agree. I think Ronald Reagan was dumb previous to his Alzheimer's, so... But I love that Republicans still love to worship Ronald Reagan, where his actual policies would put him as a centrist Democrat at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Their party's changed so much that has nothing to do with anything he thought.
100%. Like, he is...
He sucked.
He's
a lot better than what they're rolling out there these days.
Take care, Super Fox 5.
Super Fox.
But yeah, so Spicy's out. That poor guy. I feel a little
Would
bad
just be
for him.
feeling relieved that he found it. Oh god, I'm uphill. He found a time that he could just quit.
I mean, he wanted to be comms director. He never wanted to be press secretary. Like, it sucks to be told, like, oh yeah, you'll get this job, and then get handed a different job. Like, that's a shitty situation.
Where your job is to administration wants you to tell. That's a hard job.
Yeah, to tell the lies you want the administration to tell.
I don't know how smart or not smart he is. All I know is that he got put in a very difficult position and floundered.
So Jose, I still stand by. Trump is stupid and is stupid absent any age-related illness he has. Trump is cruel and is cruel absent any age-related illness he has. Trump is racist and sexist, and that is true absent anything else that he has. Like, all of that is true. In addition, I think he is he is like his primary characteristics that bother me are still all very much things that he are not related to, anything else like that. What worries me in this sense more is his absolute inability to process information, as evidenced in things like the New York Times transcript. I think his inability to stick with a subject for more than a sentence and a half is different. When we watched his interview on Oprah in 1987 or whatever that was on globalization and so on and so forth, and that interview, he was coherent and told a story that's very similar to the story he tells, that globalization is a bad, and that was a nice shot, everything else like that. He was able to be coherent for like a 3-minute monologue. Like, can you imagine Trump staying on the same topic for 3 minutes without a teleprompter these days? Ever? Really? I can't.
With a teleprompter. That's not enough.
I mean, so with a teleprompter, every now and then he will succeed at staying on the teleprompter, but that was like off the cuff. That was literally like someone asked him a question and he just answered it for like 3 minutes. And it was like a coherent and complete answer to a question with which I disagree entirely. His whole yeah, we're just going to put globalization back in the bottle and go to nationalism instead. And so that was obviously never a insane thing, but it was a consistent argument. And it was consistent with a lot of views of, you know, Reaganomics and other shit like that at the time, I feel like. I mean, it wasn't, like, totally crazy either. And, like, I just can't imagine him giving that answer today.
He certainly couldn't. But I think the one skill he's maintained that was heavily used in his campaign was he loves to gauge audience reaction, and he's very good at it. And that's why he likes Twitter so much. He likes that instant feedback. He's way oversensitive to it. That's what drives him rather than any actual ideals. But he still got that.
Yep, absolutely. Oh my God, seriously? I adjusted for the break on a 3-foot putt. I just should have not done it. So Gaming Lawyer points out that what makes him worry is that the 100 million Americans who think he's the best politician ever. So I actually still stand by, I don't think that they think he's the best politician ever. I think they think politicians are the worst people ever, and they don't care whether he's a politician or not. And I think there's two different things. So their opinion is that no politician is ever a good thing, regardless of what their job or role is, and that what they need is someone who's not a politician, and Trump is a person who represents not a politician.
Going to the mountains.
Do it! Oh.
Falling that crevice.
Oh no, that's not too bad.
It ended up better than it could have. It's not good, but now I've got the largest lead of the day, so at least I got some breathing room.
That's true.
I got nervous. I was trying to hit over trees. I wouldn't have been nervous in Golf Club 1, but with these clubs, I now get nervous. Ooh, spank that one.
Yep.
You're going for the path. I haven't hit that in a while. Oh, look at this extra distance. Yeah, I'm straight up fucked is what I am.
But yeah, so I think that it is scary that there are basically somewhere between, 40 and 100 million Americans whose basic opinion on politics is burn the whole thing down. I think that that's a scary place for us to be as a country, and it's an unfortunate situation, and it's gonna be something that affects us for quite a while yet. And I think it is 100% reasonable to be scared of that. And I think that, like, understanding how we got there, I don't know, the Democratic Party at this point, although I still consider myself a Democrat and describe myself that way, I am so disappointed in the Democratic Party. So, does Trump have an IQ lower than a potato? He doesn't have an IQ lower than a potato. He runs a business primarily by being an asshole and hiring people who respond to that.
State of an asshole and then compounding that assholery.
Like, he just forces everyone around him to deal with the fact that he's an utter and complete jerk. And he doesn't let them get away with not succeeding, even though he's out there making them fail. It's also the case that he's largely gotten through it with lying and cheating his way to the top, right? So,
well, I think I'm getting a bogey here.
So I think the glossed over look in their eyes that comes to many Trump supporters, talking, just making shit up, is 100% down to the brainwashing story that we had before, right? So,
but I also think that there's a story that the Republicans have sold for a very long time, pre-Trump by a lot, of what America is, that I think is contrary to what it should be. This idealized past that really involved a shitload of privilege for these people.
Yeah.
And the U.S. is obviously a nation of immigrants, and they've stoked anti-immigration sentiment constantly. And they've made it so that people will vote against their own oh my God. What a turnaround. That was a terrible hole.
What a turnaround.
Up to me. Like, the question is, what do you want America to be? And I think a lot of these Trump supporters want it to be a white paradise.
Yep. Yeah, I was watching Vox's why does Tucker Carlson appeal so much to white supremacists? And it's because, he sings all the high notes for them, and is able to do that in a way that they can read between the lines, and see what he's actually saying. So
very fast downswing.
I'm happy with how that ended up.
Just peachy. If I hit that shot with my clubs, I'd be fucked.
Yep.
That would have been a nasty time for me. I mean, these people, I wouldn't consider them to be white supremacists for the most part. They're not. They just have a lot of racist subconscious thoughts.
Yeah, so the smartest of the people who are I don't think the smartest of anyone is talking positively about Trump at this point. I just don't. Like, you can't...
Trump was much worse. That was terrible.
Wow, that sucks. Now you're on that...
hit the provided club. No way I'm getting to the green, so...
No. So yeah, I think the average person has been led way off the track. I agree. And I think part of this comes down to the whole, like, the Fox News brainwashing. And I think that there's really no other way to describe it than that, as much as I hate it. Like, I hate to take away autonomy from a group of people to that extent, but there isn't actually a better way of describing it. Like, we are living in a world where a huge portion of our population has been like taken over by by Fox News, by a terrible organization that lies to them.
On your shot there is that in that amount of water, you could, if you were a real life golfer, you're allowed to try to hit that, and I feel like you could have done it.
Hello, the Colbster. Welcome to the stream.
Holy shit, there's some serious lightning and thunder going on at my house. That's why my internet's so bad. Rain does affect internet service in China.
Rain affects internet service everywhere. I'm not surprised it's slightly more in China, but it basically comes down to, like, poorly sheathed copper lines and water don't get along well.
Not hit that fair enough.
But yeah, so Fox News has figured out that, has figured out how to take a subset of the population and lead them down a cost-effective garden path that has them, like, just completely brainwashed, and that's...
I mean, Fox News is the most crass organization imaginable. And they're in it for the dollars.
Jose asks...
people behind it that do care about right-wing ideology, but they're in it for the dollars, and they've gotten very good at speaking to things like angry old white people.
Yep.
I think old people are almost always a threat to a well-operating democracy.
Jose asks if it's hot and raining and apologizes.
It's okay.
But yes, fiber closets, or, like, in general, so fiber can be affected because bent wires cause more problems for fiber, and then copper is because, like, water fucks up with all the conductivity and carrying data and everything else like that. So, all right. So that last hole didn't go so well for me. We swung back a little bit the other direction, but I ended up...
Damn, my handicap's now exactly 0. I'm a scratch golfer now.
There you go.
So despite the fact that I've had some struggles with these clubs,
you're making progress. So yeah, I ended up +4. Brad ended up -1. Thank you very much for the round, Brad. So I think I'm going to not play another game, though, because it's late. And in particular, I have started sneezing and my nose is dripping and I don't know what it is. I do feel bad. I drank almost none of this giant beer I opened, so I'll take it down to the fridge and maybe drink it tomorrow. Do something. I don't know. Do people, like, if I did more something, like, not streaming, because I don't really have it in me to stream, like, more hours. Like, if we did, like, a Discord hangout or something else like that, would people come? I don't know. I feel that's a dumb question.
I like your post-stream video things. I think those are a really fun idea, and we have some really nice chats in there. I think those are great.
Yeah. The problem is that I want to do more of those at times when I'm, like, not right after my stream, when I'm, like, more awake, but I don't know how I would gather people for them, because I have, like, these time slots already, and I don't have other time slots built in, you know? So, I don't know.
I have a busy life.
I do. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to stay up tonight. I need to go find medication and go to bed, but...
You sound a little sniffly. But thanks again for playing golf with me, Chris. I had a good time.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, as far as resolving, kind of coming to the end of this particular political discussion, there are a lot of angry people in this country, and they have every reason to be angry. We have left behind massive chunks of the population. My hope has been that the Democratic Party would see this and take appropriate steps, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a move towards the, things necessary to re-educate our workforce. I'm not seeing the proposals to make America actually great, not again, but, in a new way. And that worries me. I do think that we need to move. I mean, I keep calling it the New Deal. I want a New Deal. I want to have, government supported works programs. I want to have, steps towards I love the Civilian Conservation Corps and what they did, and there is so much infrastructure work in this country that could be done, both on everything from roads to rail to national parks to everything else like that. That's what I want, and I feel like combining that with an education program is absolutely something we should be doing, and no one's talking about that. No one's talking about how do we, transition our workforce from our current state to a new state. How do we make the situation really better? And I realize that the Democrats can't get anything done, and I realize that bipartisanship is dead, and I realize that it's basically just me hoping that my side can get enough votes that we can pull the poor, angry, desperate yearning to be free back into a situation where they feel valued and important and part of culture, and bring everyone up together. That's what I want. I want the Democratic Party or someone to take the lead on that. And even Bernie didn't really do a really great job on that. Work is valuable. Let's figure out how to work. Let's figure out how to turn a $1 trillion infrastructure project into one that can both fix our crumbling infrastructure, from bridges to roads, to do a nationwide fiber grid, to do all these other things. Let's do all that, and in the process train people to new skilled labor, or if they can't, to accept a universal basic income or whatever else like that. I don't know. UBI is another point entirely, but I feel bad for all the people who are angry enough to think that politicians are useless, because they're entirely too right, and I'd love to fix that. But I don't see that, and that scares me and worries me. I'm the Chris who plays games, playing retro games every Monday and Friday at 9:15, talking politics most of the time. On Monday, I'll be back with some more Perfect Dark, hopefully finishing that game up. Thanks for hanging out tonight and watching some Mirror's Edge. I will probably pull out Mirror's Edge Catalyst in about a month, so if you are interested, hit the subscribe button. Stop by at some point in the future. It's been great. I will see you all on Monday, or not. If I don't, it's been lovely seeing you. You get a hat spin here, and you get a hat spin here, and I will see you on Monday, hopefully, unless I'm actually really sick, which is how I feel at the moment. So, good night. See you later. Goodbye.